Yeah, I was just looking at my texts. Yeah, Roxanne sent the text. Hey, Roxanne. Good morning. Roxanne here in the studio. Fester in the studio. Right. Froggy. Froggy, I got to be honest. Froggy has been, for quite some time, the first one to arrive in studio.
Wow.
Yeah, so
yes, very responsible.
Little gold stamp, very responsible. However, when Froggy walks in first, he also carries that aroma with him when he walks into the Froggy. You, and of course the aroma is a very recognizable green leafy object. So, Froggy, I ought to put a gold star on your forehead.
Thank you. Yeah, you're the leading candidate for Employee of the Month.
Yeah.
Welcome, folks. You know what? We don't have any of those out front, those signs like Employee of the Month. We don't have. We got to have one made.
We don't have much around here.
Yeah, you're correct.
We don't have cups for coffee. There's no cups. We're going to pour directly in our mouth.
Yeah, right. Yes, Roxanne.
It's funny because we actually do have a newsletter that comes out, but you guys probably don't read it. I know you don't, in fact, because
who the hell does a newsletter?
Our company does, and there's a newsletter that comes out, and so, anyways,
a newsletter for the employees.
Yeah, and it tells like things going on.
I've never seen that in my life.
Listen, and so there is an Employee of the Month this month, and it's all of us, all of us in the whole building. It was like every Beasley employee is Employee of the Month. They also do digital content creator.
What is that? Like the feel good thing? Like, at the YMCA with the kids playing soccer at 6 years old that we don't keep score. Everyone's a winner.
Exactly.
Oh, cut the crap.
You know what they're doing today?
Guess what? In life, there are winners and losers. You know what, Danny? The world needs ditch diggers too. Yes.
Today.
Yes.
Is the worst idea any company can do for their employees. Our office is doing today.
What is that?
An office potluck.
Well, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, it's in the newsletter.
Hold on a minute.
Today?
Folks,
I think it's today.
It is today. It's at 10:30.
Oh my!
I got an invitation on my phone, and I'm like, what the what?
All right,
No,
folks,
thanks.
Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew here, 6:03, Thursday morning. Busy show as usual. There's a potluck dinner. What time is this thing? Did somebody just say a time? 10:30?
I did. I said 10:30.
You did?
10:30 this morning. A couple of people in the office side of the building, not the jokes side of the building,
right?
is having this potluck today, which I hate these events.
And this was announced in the newsletter that I've never heard of nor never have seen?
Yeah, there's something else in the newsletter that I put in just to test you guys to see if anybody in the room...
You put it in?
Wait a minute. Hold on. You've contributed to the newsletter that I don't even know about?
Yeah, I did. Did you know, Fester?
I don't read
First of all, newsletters. What the hell? This is 2023. Newsletters. What is this, 1967 in the newsletter? What?
Is that the
Andrew?
okay?
Oh, there we go.
Andrew just
Look
brought
at
in
that. They invested some money in that.
There's a whole poster. Let me see this thing.
What are they doing? They made a poster?
They made a poster for this meal where you get to eat crap from other people's houses.
They're at their houses in their freaking underwear, and they're cooking food in their kitchen.
No, Pat George cooks naked.
Oh my
no underwear.
God.
No underwear.
They probably have roaches and bugs crawling all over the place, and I'm not eating stuff from. Anyway, Thursday, September 27th. At 10:30 a.m. Show off your brunching culinary skills and bring your favorite brunch.
10:30.
Okay, so MJ.
Well, that would be kind of brunchish.
MJ.
Favorite brunch menu item to share. Sign up across from Judy's desk. Who the hell's Judy?
Oh,
Judy does all this. She does the newsletter. She does everything.
I don't know. Who is Judy? I don't know who Judy is. I've never heard of Judy.
Judy's a wonderful person, works over in our office.
But who is? I don't know her.
She's really nice. She has long, dark hair.
Would I recognize her face?
If you saw her, you would. But you come in half an hour before your show, you leave 5 minutes afterwards.
Hey, Fester, come here. Look who's in the newsletter this month.
Oh,
your kids.
Oh, great.
What?
I submitted both you guys as kids.
Hold on.
You got pictures of our children in the newsletter that we don't read?
Where is this newsletter? Where do you see this newsletter? I've never heard of this newsletter.
I don't know. Maybe it's
you don't check your email.
So
I don't.
Yeah.
First thing about this flyer. MJ, what date is the potluck on the flyer?
Thursday, September 28th, which is today.
Okay, I thought you said 27th last time. Okay, I'm sorry.
What?
I thought you said Thursday 27th.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Were you hearing voices in your head?
I apologize. I thought I heard you say 27th.
Thursday, September 28th at 10:30 a.m. That would be today.
Okay, so you put our children in the...
Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, prior to the newsletter coming out, Judy sent out an email and said, send me your kids back to school photos. So I sent yours and Froggy's and mine.
What the hell?
How'd you get pictures of Froggy and Fester's kids?
Did you steal them from our Instagram?
Yeah, I mean, we
My
posted a couple
God.
of
Yeah.
pictures.
All right.
Illegal.
6:06 at the MJ Morning Show. Oh, Roxanne, I was looking at your text. You sent the text to the group.
Yeah, I said I started the text with MJ not to be discussed on air. So I hope you're talking about the second text.
Yeah, why don't you showcase not to be? So now you're forcing me to have to say what you.
I'm not.
Yes,
We're allowed
you
to
are.
have private conversations.
Anyway, so you sent a thing to the group about Holy Crazy Thursday. You're missing Batman. Holy Crazy Thursday, Batman. Full moon drivers. So what happened with your drive-in that represented what you think are full moon crazy drivers?
So it was Holy Crazy Thursday full moon drivers. Thursday full moon.
Hold on. Holy Thursday full moon brunch Thursday. Newsletter Thursday. Newsletter. All right, go ahead.
So it was crazy on the roads. Like people were either driving 60 or 40 miles an hour in the Howard Franklin, like staring at the moon, or they were weaving in and out of traffic, or they were driving 95 miles per hour on the bridge. It was just like a hodgepodge of every bad form of driving.
Okay.
And we've talked to Pat George about this. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the worst drivers, most likely for accidents. Throw in the full moon, and it was scary.
Yeah, so Roxanne is into all the astrology stuff. I'm sorry. Well, and actually, that's accurate. You're into all the astrology and astronomy stuff. So
Sometimes.
you're a what do you mean sometimes? It's you live your whole life based on all this astrological crap and this and that. All right, 6:08. We're just getting rolling. It's a busy Thursday, folks. Man, I got listener questions I got to answer. I got a really good question from a listener, which I want to delve into a little deeper. So we'll get to that coming up. I don't even. We got another rice cooker to give away in the 9 o'clock hour. The 9:10 must-hear story, folks. You got to make sure you're listening to the 9 o'clock hour every day because we have a very rich 9 o'clock hour every single day here on the MJ Morning Show. We are back in minutes. Don't move. MJ Morning Show Q105. Pat's got traffic on Full Moon Thursday. Oh, and Brunch Thursday.
Well, the interstate.
call me out. So I made a mistake. I'm one to admit my mistakes.
No, it's not about that.
Go, call me out.
It's not about that.
Call me out. All right, welcome, folks. If you're just tuning in, MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Appreciate you listening. Thank you for being an early adopter of the show. We love our first hour listeners, but make sure you also listen in the 7 o'clock hour, the 8 o'clock hour, and the 9 o'clock hour, which is becoming the gem of the MJ Morning Show. Listen, hey, I'm giving away another one of these Zojirushi serious kitchen appliance for your home rice cookers, valued at over $200. Giving away the next one after 9 o'clock this morning. So keep listening. Hey, it's National Rice Month. And Zojirushi, after seeing my Instagram and, some of my cooking stuff and my preparation of dishes, my poke bowls, my salmon dish for the kids that they love, and I make the Japanese sticky rice in the Zojirushi rice maker, and they caught wind of this, and they said, hey, you're a radio show, it's National Rice Month, you want to give away rice cookers? I'm like, you know what? I don't think any morning show ever or any radio station ever in America has given away rice makers. I'm like, yes, I love doing if someone zigs, I like to zag. Absolutely. Hey, I bought the lot in which I built my house on in an economic time where nobody was doing anything, and I zigged when others zagged. All right, so yeah.
No, you zagged when others zigged.
Well, whatever. All right, so.
Well, are you a zigger or a zagger? I think you're a zagger, and so.
No, he's definitely a zigger.
Hey, ask Froggy about something with zigzag in the title.
Oh my God, you're so lame.
All right. Does anyone get that joke?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anybody?
I get the joke.
Well, Fester, explain to Roxanne what the joke is.
Zigzag is a brand of rolling papers for joints.
How do you know that, MJ?
Because I know, even though I've never smoked a joint in my life.
You're a Renaissance man.
No, I just know a little bit about a lot.
It's just part of the worldly knowledge that I've accumulated. My game show knowledge that I have game show knowledge. I should be on Idiot Jeopardy. I do really, really well because I'm not super smart, but I'm pretty smart.
624. So I got one of these, lists. The top 5 greatest, top 15. Well, guess what? The top 15 happiest places to live in America. Oh, look at here. Let's draw a little happy cloud over here. Look, the little happy squirrel can live over here.
Bob Ross.
I'm MJ Bob Ross here on the MJ Morning Show, and it's your world. You can do whatever you want. Now, I've got another one of these. What are you laughing at?
Your Bob Ross impression. It's only so because if it was real Bob Ross, it would put me into the ASMR zone.
Okay. So Bob Ross puts you into that little.
Yeah.
What does AMSR stand for again?
ASMR, Auditory Sensory Meridian Response.
Okay. And again, what are your top 3 AMSR?
ASMR.
What the hell is it?
ASMR.
Oh, I'll just remember ass.
Yeah, so it's asthma.
Asthma. So ASMR. Yeah. So what are your top 3 ASMR deals?
Okay, so I like Josie. She's number 3. GB ASMR is number 2, and number 1 is JD Lady. She's my absolute favorite.
Hold on. I have no idea.
Roxanne is talking about asthma creators.
Yes, I'm talking about creators.
What are the sounds?
No, I like those creators. It's not about a particular sound for me. It's about who's ever doing it, their style.
So before I get to the top 15 happiest places in America, I almost forgot. So we started this segment with, go ahead, Fester, correct me. Actually, was it a listener that corrected me and then gave you the ammunition? Did they send you a text? Is that it?
Yeah, it was one of our loyal listeners who believes in truth. Unlike you.
How about justice?
Maybe. I don't know about
the American way. All right, so what exactly happened? Explain to the audience. So I guess there's some kind of a potluck brunch at the radio station at 10:30 this morning.
Yes.
I had no clue about this. There's a flyer that's posted around the radio station.
You had a clue about it.
Where people are... What are you doing?
I'm making fun of what you just said.
But what was that voice?
Because you said, I have no clue. I said, I have no clue.
All right. Let him
You would
go.
call me out if I did. Go
There's a
ahead.
brunch today, and I had no idea there's a brunch. And I just don't like the thought of like employees here that are probably filthy, dirty, cooking
God,
food.
they're not filthy, dirty.
So rude.
Cooking food at their homes and then bringing it in. Probably sat in the backseat of the car all night. It's probably crawling with salmonella and all kinds of other, bacteria. There's probably leptospirosis in the food from like goat urine in some river in the Ganges or something.
That's flavor.
All right. So what did I do wrong, Fester? Okay, MJ.
So you read the flyer, and it clearly says Thursday, September 28th, which is today.
Right.
However, the first time you read it, I thought I heard you say Thursday, September 27th.
Right. And then I said, no, I didn't, because the flyer reads Thursday, September 28th, which is today.
I was so confident I heard you say that, I was going to call out whoever made this poster.
Right.
I'm like, we can't even get the day right. I was going to try and make a joke out of it. Instead, you get super defensive and says, I didn't say the 27th. I didn't say it. What are you got crap in your ears? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it's coming off of my cell phone now.
So a listener went back to the YouTube MJTV live stream, rolled it back, and then sent a little video to you with my error. Is that it?
That you're mocking now because you know you're wrong. You're so defensive.
All right, go ahead. Play the audio. You got to crank up your phone.
All right, hold on.
Play it over your microphone.
Thursday, September 27th. Oh, at 10:30.
You messed up.
You said it.
I did.
Okay.
I thought I said it correctly. I clearly
Jeez.
said it incorrectly.
But you get so defensive. You're like, oh, what are you listening to? Oh.
I take full responsibility for my misspoken words regarding the day that just happened a short time ago. So which listener? Who ratted me out?
Multiple.
Lori ratted you out. Thank you, Lori.
Well, Lori, accuracy is paramount here at the MJ Morning Show.
Not
and
really.
even what do you mean not really?
You said the 27th.
Right, so, and I made it, and we're correcting it now. And I'll take my lumps, okay? If I make a mistake, anybody, call me out. I'll call out mistakes that I hear from others, and if I make a mistake, I'm not immune. Call me out. Let me have it. All right, so another one of these lists, the top 15 happiest places to live in America, and this is from some organization outside. The city was chosen by Outside, whatever the hell they do, on factors including overall well-being, public land, and affordability. Millions of surveys were scoured to assess the best urban areas in the United States for well-being.
What?
Before the researchers looked at house and rental prices and general walkability. So we have an area. We've got a city right here in the Tampa Bay area that made the top 15 happiest places to live in America. Would anybody like to guess which local city made the top 15? Anybody? Anybody want to guess?
Can you give us a county?
No, that would totally give it away if I did that.
This is tough.
All right, here it is.
It's like the city of Lakeland.
Yeah, Lakeland.
No, let me just give
city
it to you.
of Tampa.
All right, the 15 happiest places to live in America. Number 1 is Reno, Nevada. Number 2, Wilmington, Delaware. Number 3, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Really?
Number 4 is Cincinnati, Ohio. 5 is Charlottesville, Virginia.
New Orleans, you're always drunk.
6 is Hood River, Oregon. Number 7 is Minneapolis. Number 8 is Glenwood Springs, Colorado. That's to the west of Vail. They got the hot springs there. Number 9 is Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, where 3 Mile Island almost melted down.
These towns suck. Cincinnati sucks. Harrisburg
Cincinnati,
sucks. Yeah.
Number 10 is Plano, Texas.
Sucks.
Number 11 is... I can't even see.
Yeah, I haven't wanted to visit a single place that you've described so far.
Seriously.
And number 11 is what? I can't even see what it
Are you
is.
going to say Anchorage, Alaska?
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Why is Reno one?
Yeah. Number 11 is Anchorage, Alaska. Number 12 is Madison, Wisconsin. 13.
Madison, Wisconsin? That place is a pit.
What?
I don't know.
I've never been to Madison. Have you been to Madison, Wisconsin?
Never.
I don't think I've
Where's
been
the local town?
there. Hang on, I'm getting to
Okay.
it. It's top 15. I just did that. Number 12 is Madison. Number 13 is Frederick, Maryland. Number 14 is
Celebration Orlando.
St. Petersburg, Florida. Look at that.
Wow.
We're standing right now.
Really?
Yep.
Ugh.
We're not
Hold
happy.
on. Why are you going, ugh?
We're not
here.
happy.
Why are you ughing a local city being one of the top 15 happiest places to live in
Because
America?
he has to.
I think this is complete crap. First of all, I don't think St.
What,
Peter's.
you don't think St. Pete is happy?
I don't think of St. Petersburg when it comes to this criteria. I
And
don't think rent prices are extremely affordable right now with land value. I don't think it's a completely walkable city.
What do you think about the
Yeah.
well-being
It
aspect?
said millions of surveys were scoured to assess the best urban areas in the U.S. for well-being before researchers looked at house and rental prices and general walkability. That's before.
I don't know.
So anyway, number 15 is Tacoma, Washington.
All these cities.
That's
sound
where they build the
awful.
toy. That's where they build the Toyota Tacoma. By the way,
You know what'll make me happy?
All right, we're going to build a factory here and then name it after the town.
Yeah.
All right, 6:33 at the MJ Morning Show. Yes, Roxanne.
It'll make me happy if I never go to any of those places on the top
Okay.
14.
All right. Well, we're in number 14 right now.
Oh, okay.
We're-
14, yes, I'll go
I
there.
have a friend who lives in Reno, and you know what? He's an alcoholic. Okay, I mean it's not a great town.
Fester's friend in Reno, the alcoholic.
The alcoholic.
All right, 6:33 at the MJ Morning Show. A pretty entertaining pile of morons in the news. Next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Enjoy the idiocy of some human beings on planet Earth, and we call that Morons in the News here on the MJ Morning Show. Inevitably, this feature makes you feel better about yourself. If you're a little down in the dumps, you know, you listen to these stories, and how do things not get better for you? You know?
I mean, it's not exactly therapy, but it is a little pick-me-up.
No, it is.
Okay.
Don't discount this. What's the matter with you? It is therapy.
You go to a therapist, you go, let me tell you about this guy who...
This is free therapy is what this is.
Yeah, you know, they say that gossip is psychologically good for you because it's like you're deciding what you don't want to do. And this is what Morons in the News is. You're deciding what you don't want to do.
Do
Do you not understand that?
What?
We're gossiping
decide
about
what you don't want.
we deviate. We don't want to smoke meth and whatever your morons are about to do. We don't want to do that.
Speak for yourself.
Here we go. In no particular order. I got a couple of problems with this story. So in New York, in Manhattan, there's a panty snatcher that's been caught on video. What do you think, Roxanne?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think a panty snatcher is? If I said panty snatcher, and I'm about to do a story about a panty snatcher that's been caught on surveillance video, what pops into your head?
Well, I mean, like, I hope he's not snatching them off actual women while they're wearing them. That would be probably another extra charge thrown in there.
It's not that.
I'm thinking more of Victoria's Secret, going into a Victoria's Secret and just raiding the bins at Victoria's Secret.
That's a good guess, but that would be incorrect. Okay. Would you like to do a third guess? 3 strikes, you're out. Then we go to Fester. It goes to the Fester family.
What?
Again.
3 strikes. It goes to the Fester family.
It's breaking and entering, so that would be a charge too. But I guess going in a woman's drawers in her house and
That's what I'm thinking.
snatching them out of the drawers.
Oh.
That's actually pretty close.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
So, Fester, what are you shaking your head at?
Laundry mats. Hello.
Yeah, well, that's...
Yeah,
Fester's,
not that I know from firsthand
Oh.
experience, or maybe I
You're-
do.
well, actually, Fester's answer, you know what? I should probably give you... And we probably should let the Fester family steal. So, Fester, you're saying...
It's the laundry mats.
Yeah.
Panty snatcher.
Hold on, are you saying laundry mats?
Laundry.
It's a laundromat. It's not a laundry... You don't say laundry mat. It's a laundromat.
Okay, it's a laundry mat.
No, it's a laundromat, not laundry mat.
Now you've got me confused.
It's a place where you go to do your
It
clothes
is,
for change.
but you call it a laundromat.
Oh, does it matter? I call it a laundromat.
Yeah,
I think that sounds better.
I
if
mean,
you
I always
really-
called
it's
it a
more
laundromat.
specific.
So this is a guy in New York City, and there's a couple of things that I'm allegedly in what they're describing as a Manhattan upscale Upper East Side apartment. A guy was caught on video somehow getting into the building because they think it's an outsider, going into the laundry room in this Upper East Side upscale apartment building, caught on video going into the dryers and just stealing women's panties out of the... First of all, if it's an upscale Upper East Side apartment, you've got laundry machines, you've got a washer and dryer in your apartment.
It's so upscale. I don't have a washer and dryer.
It's
in my
so,
place.
yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make. It's so upscale. You got to go down to the basement to the laundry room to do your laundry in the coin operated machines.
What a pain.
So there's video of a guy repeatedly. I guess this is on multiple occasions. Guy gets into the apartment building, and they think he's an outsider, but they're not ruling out that he could be a resident. And the guy's going through, and it's the same building that this guy's hitting, whoever he is. It's East 64th Street, which I think that might be the street that Jeffrey Epstein's big mansion was on.
Yeah, he didn't have his laundry in suite either.
Yes. But the perp just continuously has been caught on multiple occasions just opening running dryers or dryers that have finished and just taking ladies' pants. He's rummaging through. Can you imagine you got somebody's grubby freaking fingers on your unmentionables, your intimate wear, and you got a guy going through the laundry dryers, and he's rifling through to find women's panties and just stealing them. So the last time earlier this month, he got away with about a dozen panties.
It's quite a haul.
Man.
It is. I'm looking at the guy. They've got a pretty good image of the guy, and if he does live in the building, they'd be able to identify him. But they believe that he's an outsider because I think they might have some surveillance of him outside on the sidewalk as well. But what is this guy? The reason why I'm doing the story, what do you do with ladies' panties that you steal from the laundry room? What do you do with this?
You might as well just go buy some because they're clean already. Don't these guys like it when they're dirty and stinky?
Is this guy going home and is he putting all the panties on his bed and he's rolling around in them? What would someone do with stolen panties? What's your deal?
I mean, that's probably what I would do with them too. Yeah,
Got more panties, precious.
lay them out, just roll around in them, make a suit out of panties.
I mean, that's what I want to know. All right,
Panty suit.
we have another story out of our favorite publication here in Florida, and of course, it would be From the Villages.
Florida's friendliest hometown.
From the Villages News, up in the Villages, north of us here in the Tampa Bay area. A wife has been sentenced after pulling down her husband's shorts at a town square in the Villages. Wait, the wife has been sentenced for pantsing her husband?
What?
What? What is this? Carrie Ann Graber, 53, of Bellevue, was arrested on charges of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest at Spanish Springs Town Square. The event happened on February 23rd. She was found passed out at about 11 p.m. that night on a sidewalk at the square, according to an arrest report from the Lady Lake Police Department. When officers arrived on the scene, Graber had pulled herself up onto a bench. A puddle was running from the bench onto the sidewalk, and Graber's jeans were saturated, so she peed herself.
Ew.
Oh, my.
She said she had urinated on herself. She's a native New Yorker, then became belligerent, began using foul language toward police. She was pointing her finger at them. She staggered, struggled to walk. Graber's husband then arrived on the scene and attempted to take her home. Come on, let's go sleep it off. Come on, honey. Wait, so she's like drunk on a bench and she's peeing all over herself
Oh.
in the Villages? So Graber's husband is called by the cops. He arrives, tries to take her home. She screams obscenities at him, jumps in and out of the vehicle. Come on, honey, let's go home. He's trying to de-escalate the situation. Then officers attempted to take her into custody. She struggled with them, reached over and yanked her husband's shorts down. What was he wearing, gym shorts?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, probably like basketball shorts or something.
I mean, at any time
You
you,
can
give
pull
my
mine down.
Yeah, you give my shorts a tug, they're going down. Just a little tug. Tug, tug.
I mean, this is pure insanity here. So the woman pantsed her own husband. Anyway,
So she got in trouble. He didn't get like indecent exposure or anything, did he?
No, of course not. But he was trying to de-escalate it. Like, honey, let's go home. We'll sleep this thing off. And instead, she ends up getting arrested. She served 12 days in jail before her husband bailed her out. Husband let her stay in jail for. That's another component to the story. The husband made her stay in jail for 12 days.
Good.
Yeah, let her think about it for a while.
Anyway,
Quite a while.
in the last week, she appeared in the Lake County court, pleaded no contest. She was sentenced to time already served in the 12 days that the husband made her rot without bailing her out. She was ordered to pay 50 days restitution for each day of incarceration and ordered to pay $238 in court costs. My God, what's going on in your life that you're found drunk on a bench in a square up in the Villages? You pee yourself and then you yank your husband's shorts down.
It's a good time.
It could be any of us. Any of us.
There we go. Another day up in the Villages, folks.
Florida's friendliest hometown.
All right, 6:51 at the MJ Morning Show. Oh, I've got a warning. There is a disturbing warning. Now, is this fact fiction or is this like a new urban legend that's floating around? Yeah, and it has to do with public restrooms. A public restroom, that's where that lady should have gone instead of whizzing all over herself, saturated with pee dripping down the bench.
All
Right, okay. all right.
Okay. You're going to
listen.
need to dump yourself.
This has been a very undergarment-heavy Morons in the News segment.
all right.
Between the panty snatcher and this lady.
I've got a bathroom warning. A bathroom warning and a whole lot more next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Here on a Thursday. Remind me to talk about the traffic pattern and the traffic issues and what's coming up as far as getting charged on 275. Yeah, there's about to be some changes coming on 275. You know, Howard Franklin Bridge, and then once you get off the bridge, over on the St. Pete side, something's coming down the pike. I got to explain that coming in just a bit here. All right, first of all, I teased a few minutes ago this restroom warning deal. If I'm not mistaken, this thing was around, I don't know, like 2, 3, 4 years ago. But for whatever reason, it's making the rounds again on Instagram, social media, you know, that TikTok crap. Which, don't get me started, but I'm not a TikTok fan. The data collection that this Chinese-owned company is providing to the Chinese Communist government on all Americans that use TikTok, it's a national security issue. It really is. But this is making the rounds again, and it's a warning about public restrooms and toilet paper.
What about it?
Would you like to know about what's going on with toilet paper, allegedly?
Yeah, I have a secret to tell you, too.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I do. For real, I do.
You do? All right,
Yeah,
can I do my toilet paper first?
Uh,
So the warning is circulating again, and it has to do with toilet paper in public restrooms. And the claim is you look at a roll of toilet paper in a public restroom, and a lot of times the toilet paper is enclosed in a toilet paper holder. But in some of these devices, you can see the roll actually hanging down, or there is access, because clearly you got to be able to grab the roll to pull the toilet paper out. The claim is that intravenous drug users that are using public restrooms to shoot up are taking the needles and they are jamming them into the sides of the toilet paper to get the blood off the needles. So then you're in the public restroom and you don't know what's happened in that stall prior. And if you look at the edges, you look at the sides of the roll, the claim is that there are like blood marks where they've like jammed the needles into the side of the roll to clean the needles.
Dude,
Now,
that is disgusting.
It is. It is totally gross. Now,
Ew.
I've had, in the last couple of weeks, I've had a dozen people send me different links. Hey, MJ, you know about this? And, you know, I look back, and it's been like a week since I've done this, but this has popped up before. I knew I had seen this prior. So this is unproven. You know, the websites like Snopes, and I looked this up like a week ago. I've just had this in the pile. I just haven't gotten around to it. And I was reminded because somebody else sent me, I got a DM on this last night on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, and somebody sent it to me again. I'm like, you know what? I should probably talk about this. This is like the 12th person that sent me this thing. So it's clearly making the rounds, but it's not proven. It's unsubstantiated. There's no proof that it happens. There's some video, I guess, that's making the rounds of some guy on social media saying, hey, do you know about this? And he's showing a roll of toilet paper, and on the edges of the toilet paper, you can see that there are like red stains or marks in the edge, and the claim is that IV drug users are going into public restrooms to shoot up and then jamming the needles into the side of the toilet paper in the stalls to then clean blood off needles. And I don't know if they plan on sharing the needles, which obviously is the dumbest freaking thing in the world. Listen, shooting up intravenously drugs, that's pretty stupid, but it climbs to a new level if you're sharing needles with somebody. But it's an unsubstantiated, like, I would say bordering on urban legend.
That's what it sounds like.
It's just unsubstantiated. But for whatever reason, this is making the rounds again because I see I see the first round, I see the second, third, fourth round of all of these stories and rumors and urban legends, just with the number of people that we reach, the number of people that interact with me on social media. I see the trends, and for whatever reason, this little story, this little urban legend thing is coming back around again.
Well, I will tell you one thing that I saw one time with my own eyes. And
This sounds like, and one time at band camp?
I was driving. I was on I-75, like not quite to Alligator Alley, but south, pretty far south. And
You
stopped-
saw a guy driving,
No.
and his arm was hanging out the window with needles stuck in it?
No.
Oh.
I stopped at a rest stop.
Yep.
And I noticed that or not a rest stop, I'm sorry, a gas station. And I pulled up and I noticed the people in the car next to me, they all looked like they were taking naps in the car. Okay. And like zonked out.
They all
like,
strung out?
yes.
Really?
So then I go to wait in line to go in the restroom in the gas station, and they're in there forever. Like a part of their party was in the restroom. So they're taking turns going in and out of the restroom, and they're coming out of there just looking like their eyes.
Did you say
were
you were
all-
on Alligator Alley?
No, I was not that far south. I was not that far south.
Okay,
but
all
I
right.
was headed that way.
All right, so you were on 75 around Naples?
I think it was around Naples. I
Estero?
yes. I think it was in that area. I remember. I was
Right.
like, wow, crazy stuff going on in Naples. It was near there. So they came out of the bathroom. Their pupils are like saucers, like big black saucers. They're just
Hold
all
on,
like
you were
wonky
close.
looking.
How are you close enough to see their pupils?
Because I stared at their faces when they came out, and I looked. I was like, okay, they're feeling something.
Isn't that
But it
great?
was-
And then they're going to get back on the interstate
yeah. But
while they're all drugged up and strung out?
so they're all taking turns trying to get in the restroom so they can do it in there. Because I guess if you're like shooting up in the car,
Do you know that they were shooting up?
that's my guess.
Okay, wow.
That was what I, hypothesized. I didn't use the restroom there, by the way. Once I saw him come out, I was like, take me somewhere else.
Next, yeah. So this is circulating again about IV drug users, and then them taking needles and jamming them into the sides of rolls of toilet paper. So this new video that's circulating is, make sure you check the sides of the rolls of toilet paper in the public restroom so you don't unknowingly use toilet paper that's all like riddled with bloody marks on the side from these IV drug users. Again, it's unsubstantiated. This has been circulating now for a number of years, and for whatever reason, it's making the rounds again. And when 12 or 13 or whatever it is, people send me either email to mj@mjmorningshow.com. Hey, MJ, are you aware of this? And the link to this video. Hey, MJ, on Instagram, direct message. And again, I had another one last night, so that's why I'm addressing it and bringing it up. And whatever it is, the last week. So the bulk of the people contacting me on this, it happened like within the last week, and then I got another one last night of, I better address this. And it's unsubstantiated. There's no proof that this is really happening.
Speaking of public restrooms, I was just in the restroom now, and MJ, I could hear you in the restroom because they're right next to each
Is
other.
it that loud?
No, it wasn't anything.
wow.
I didn't hear you using the bathroom, but I heard you wash your hands.
Yeah.
And you are a good boy. You washed for like 30, like the water was running.
You're a
I
good
could
boy.
hear that, like you were washing your hands
Because
properly.
I go twinkle, twinkle, little star.
That's right.
You go twinkle,
how
twinkle.
I wonder what you are. Yeah. Or I do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
I like it better when you go twinkle, twinkle after you tinkle, tinkle.
All right.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
so wait a minute. How do you know I was in the restroom?
Because I saw you scurry by, and then I just went in there to, like, I didn't go in to use the restroom.
So
I just went.
hold on. You were
Yeah.
counting the amount of time that the water was running and gauging whether I had an adequate hand wash?
Yes. Do you find that invasive?
No, you can do whatever you want. But I find it a little weird that you're measuring my hand washing time in the bathroom. No, but seriously, you see people, and I've been in the bathrooms before. I've been here in this building with other employees, and the hand wash time is grossly inadequate. Seriously, and I emphasize the word gross. That I've seen people that have come out of like the stall, so not doing a guy stand up on the urinal, not a number one. I've seen people come out of the actual stalls, and they'll like like barely spray their hands with water. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't you know that I'm watching you?
Have you ever seen someone do a one-handed hand wash? I've seen that
Oh,
before.
what? How do you do that?
You can't not wet. You can't wet one hand. That's impossible.
Well, you can, but
No. It's impossible.
you can. Hey, if you're a teacher and you're headed to school, got a little story. And listen, I'm not suggesting. I'll tell you what. I don't want to taint the story. I don't want to. I don't want to offer any undue influence before I tell the story. But if you are a teacher, you want to stand by and hear what I have to say next. Also, we've got a Hal Herman update. I stumbled across something. So apparently Hal Herman wants to do headlines again tomorrow. But I stumbled across something in our computer, some audio bites having to do with Hal Herman, and you got to hear this next. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ, and we're loaded. Oh, I have to address our management meeting yesterday. I had a meeting with management about whether the MJ Morning Show is going to be renewed when the contract is up. Hang on. I'll fill in everyone on this coming up in minutes, and that's just scratching the surface. It's all next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. Oh, also, 9 o'clock hour, going to give away another Zojirushi rice cooker, an awesome appliance for your kitchen, valued at over $200. I got the Cash Kitty coming up in just a bit. Heads up, we're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show with an hour and 20 minutes nonstop on the way. Now, if you're a... MJ Morning Show, Q105, 725, MJ and the crew. A lot of stuff this morning. So Cash Kitty's back at 8 o'clock. So that's about 34 minutes away. So we'll give you the 8 o'clock keyword. You text it, and then you could win $1,000. Happens 5 times today at 8 a.m., then 10 a.m., then 12 noon, 3 and 5 p.m. So that's on the way. And then, of course, you got to make sure you listen to our 9 o'clock hour every day. First of all, the 9:10 must-hear story. 9:10 every morning, I have a must-hear story. This morning is Taylor Swift. And all of the indications about something totally fake about Taylor Swift. So 9:10 this morning. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, also going to give away the 4th of our Zojirushi awesome rice cookers, an awesome kitchen appliance. Expect the unexpected from the MJ Morning Show. I've been giving away rice cookers all week. Because Zojirushi, this top name in Japanese rice cookers, they saw my Instagram. And the fact that I cook, I put food items up on my Instagram as well as all kinds of other stuff. And they're like, hey, you're a radio show. We have the best-selling rice cookers in the world. And it's National Rice Month in September. Would you like to give away rice cookers? I'm like, yeah. What? I mean, who else is giving away rice cookers? And I love this brand. I've had this Zojirushi for like 20 years. I've had like multiple models. And I love them. So I'm passing along my love to you by giving you one of my favorite things, one of my favorite kitchen appliances. So 9 o'clock hour, we're going to give away this $200 plus rice cooker. We'll do another one tomorrow as well. So it'll be 5 during the course of the week. And then we've got Busch Gardens, Howl of Scream tickets to give away. Also in the 9 o'clock hour. Can you guys be any more distracting?
I know. What are you doing?
I mean, really, guys. I mean, come on. I'm trying to do a
This is a
show
daily
here.
You are a professional.
No, I just stop. You guys are like, what are you doing?
Well, we played a really short song there, so I didn't get a chance to FaceTime my kids before school.
Oh, geez.
So
All right.
here you go. There's Uncle MJ right there.
Oh, God. But you guys are just like,
Yeah.
It's
All right.
that's a nice thing. He's being
it's great.
family guy.
All right, I get it, but you're distracting me. Fester's distracting me. Can we just get back to the show, please?
Yeah, okay, we get back to the show. All right, see you later. Okay, goodbye.
Let's get back to
I am the
radio
only
program.
professional one around here.
Is Froggy the biggest professional here?
I mean, this
Yeah.
is crazy.
Hey guys, look at my coffee cup this
Hey,
morning.
Speaking of Froggy, Froggy just said that he's going to be very tired tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's not for air.
Well, if you mention it to me, it's for air.
I mean, don't you know the rule? There's one rule around here.
No, I'm new.
Froggy just said a few moments ago off the air, guys, I might be tired tomorrow.
I might not come in, actually.
Well, that's where I was going with this. Is Froggy just informed us that he's going to see Jerry Seinfeld?
stand-up comedian.
Is
You ever
Seinfeld-
heard of him?
Yes, I have.
Where is he going to be?
Yeah, so Seinfeld is in town?
The Babe Ruth Eckerd Hall?
So Seinfeld's at Ruth Eckerd Hall.
I think so.
You don't even know where the show is?
No, Kim just reminded me this morning.
So you go to see Jerry Seinfeld doing stand-up. No, it looks like he's at the Hard Rock.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so
okay, the Hard Rock.
Jerry Seinfeld Live will be performing tonight.
You don't even
at
know where
the
the hell-
Seminole Hard Rock Casino.
You've got the wrong county,
Oh,
dude.
man, I would have went to the wrong place.
You would have driven to McMullen Booth.
Yeah, so,
All right.
well,
Instead
he's
of
in
going
town
to-
tonight.
All right, so Jerry
So tomorrow might be a slow day for the kid.
Jerry Seinfeld at the Hard Rock.
So if you're going, feel free to not say hi to me. And Hal wants to know if he could just fill in for me tomorrow.
Okay,
For the
great.
whole show.
Yeah, I-
Here's the thing. It starts at 8. How long is Seinfeld going to go? He's going to go
7 hours.
Ugh.
he doesn't do a 7-hour
It goes
stand-up.
till 3 in the morning.
Yeah, okay. So Jerry Seinfeld is going to be at the Hard Rock. Froggy informed us that he might be dragging tomorrow. And, yeah.
You know me, I'm setting up.
Yeah, dragging tomorrow. He's setting up to not be here tomorrow.
No,
I'm
I have
telling
to
you.
be here for Hal Herman headlines for support.
Froggy. So Froggy's not going to have, you're saying that Froggy's not going to have a migraine tomorrow?
I don't know. I might. I feel one coming on, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah, I
No, I'll
love.
be here.
I love getting the warnings. Yeah, Seinfeld's tonight. It's going to be a late night.
Hey, last time I went to Blink and I was here the next day.
That's what I'm saying. If you went to Blink 182 in the pit.
Hold on. What was the event that you went to recently that you called in sick the next day?
AEW wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah, that's
Wrestling.
right. You went to the wrestling thing at the Sun Dome or whatever they call
You
it
know,
now.
this morning show is really interfering with my big priorities in life,
Yeah.
like wrestling shows, like concerts.
Hey, if you're a teacher, and I teased this a few minutes ago, if you're a teacher, now I'm not making this suggestion, but I saw this and I thought it was interesting. Listen to this headline. I quit my stressful teaching job. Now I make 50% more at Costco and I love it.
Wow.
Say what? A teacher was working in a public school system, quit the gig, got a job at Costco, and now is making a lot more money. Maggie Perkins, 31 years old, doesn't sound like she stayed in the teaching profession too long. She made this huge decision, and she's a former teacher. She taught language arts in both public schools and private schools. She was making $47,000 a year in her final year of teaching. She worked 60-hour work weeks. She
60
says
hours.
60, between administrative pressures and testing requirements and the endurance required to teach.
Jeez.
She said she was exhausted.
Yeah, most teachers are.
And she said, at first, I just wanted to do good enough. But now she explained that she decided to make the change, and she's now making 50% more. So so at Costco, she's making 50% more than she made as a teacher. So do them. It's simple math. I mean,
It's making like 80,000 or 75,000.
well, just to take 47, split it in half, and add it up.
I'm not good at math.
On what her old salary was. And so she started at Costco. Listen to this. She started a full-time position on the membership team at Costco in Athens, Georgia, at the Costco warehouse there. She was on her feet all day. She had 2 15-minute breaks, 30-minute lunch. She made $18.50 an hour. After she hit 1,000 hours, they gave her a $1 per hour bump, but now she's a content developer. So she progressed, and she went from membership services to being a content developer and marketing trainer for Costco corporate.
Good for her.
Wow.
So
She's a bigwig.
from teaching, and she says that she doesn't look back, and she's happy with her decision. Teachers are so important.
Yeah.
And I still remember, and this is why I'm bringing the story up. I still remember teachers that made a difference in my life, and they clearly shaped things that are very valuable to me today. And I remember my 3rd grade teacher, my 4th grade teacher. Those were 2 really influential teachers. My 3rd grade teacher was Mrs. Cohen. My 4th grade teacher was Mrs. Bach, B-A-C-H, like Johann Sebastian Bach. And I mean, they both made major influences. And I had some in junior high, and I had a couple of high school as well. But teachers are so important, and that's another reason why I think our teachers are underpaid. So, listen, maybe this woman wasn't cut out for it. Maybe she wasn't a great teacher. I don't know. But I thought bringing up the fact that she made this transition, she left teaching after 8 years and then goes to Costco. She says she's making more money. I want to put in a word for the really good teachers out there that make a career out of it. They spend their lives influencing and making a really positive impact in very formative years for kids. I think it's important.
I'd like to take some time and acknowledge all of the important Costco employees that have made a difference in my life. Like the guy that runs the rotisserie chickens. Thank you. The person that works the hot dog stand up there, $1.50, big hot dog and a drink. You can't beat it. The person that gives out all the samples. You've made a difference in my life.
What about the receipt checker at the front door where they just, they go, and then they circle your thing or they put some scratch on it? How about that?
I don't know.
Would you like to thank them?
I don't know how effective that is, but
How about the cart corral guys?
yeah, the cart guy, the guy who shanks the buggies.
Or how
right.
about the person that checks your ID on the way in the door?
Yeah.
You want to thank them at Costco as well?
Listen, all the important Costco employees that make such a difference in everybody's lives every day. This bud's for you.
Here's to you.
Here's to you, Costco employee sample giver router.
Well, lady with hairnet. Lady with hairnet at Costco. This one is for you. I stumbled across something, folks. Now, Hal Herman made a request, and I think so far this thing's a hit. And I'm talking about Hal Herman headlines. We've done it twice. We did it last Friday, and we did it earlier this week on Monday. Hal Herman headlines. Hal rolls in, does the news, and unfortunately, I've got to correct Hal Herman on everything because Hal Herman butchered every single story.
Well, he hired all new news. Remember he hired the 25 people last week?
Yeah, his staff is enormous.
He fired them, hired 25 more.
Hal Herman's going to be back tomorrow morning with Hal Herman headlines at about 8 o'clock.
For some reason, people seem to like this.
People love Hal Herman headlines.
They do.
I've had amazing response regarding Hal Herman headlines.
It's clever.
People are like, oh my God, that was the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. When is Hal Herman headlines coming back? Well, guess what? Hal Herman headlines is back tomorrow, 8 o'clock here on the MJ Morning Show. Let me tell you what I stumbled across. Now,
Hal might not want you to.
I've got to do this. I've got to do it.
Hal is sort of wants.
Got to do it.
You're going to blow it.
So, got a little tip-off from
right.
Andrew, our producer.
All right.
Andrew said to me early this morning that he was given a digital file with sound effects for Hal Herman's headlines for tomorrow.
Oh my God, I gotta hear these.
Hal's going to be pissed, dude. This wasn't. But thank you, Andrew. Hal's going to be mad.
I'm going to give you, folks. I'm going to give you a little preview here. I'm going to pull back the curtain. Now, I want you to see what's coming, and I want to give you a preview.
Well, me and Hal took a long time with this.
Oh, you have a hand in this.
Well, me and Hal are partners.
Oh yeah,
We're brainstorming partners.
Hal Herman and Froggy. I mean, they're virtually the same person. You know,
Yeah.
Two of a kind, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. So I've been tipped off that Hal Herman has new window dressing for the feature tomorrow. So what is new window dressing when it comes to Hal Herman news? Well, he's got his intro. This is his cheesy 1980s local television news music. Hal Herman headlines. So, Hal Herman apparently has all new promotional material and window dressing for tomorrow's feature. All right. So, you think Hal's going to be angry that I'm previewing this, Froggy?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be for, a little dress up in between the stories, and it's supposed to really take it to the next level, I think.
We can still use it for its intended purpose, but let's listen to the package.
I guess, whatever.
Hal Herman has a package of new promotional recordings for his feature.
Like Hal Herman
News. Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Okay.
1,
That's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 8 of them. There are 8 Hal Herman news intros.
You're going to play all of them?
Yeah, man.
Not at the same time.
I listened to these this morning. I'm like, holy frig. All right, you ready for the
Well,
first
thank
one?
you. I'll take that as a compliment.
So Hal Herman, remember, butchers every story, every fact. I have to correct him on everything.
You're lucky he's not listening.
And here's Hal Herman's new promotional imaging package for his feature. So 8 of these. Listen.
Hal Herman's headlines, Tampa Bay's most trusted source for news.
Wow, that turned out way better than I thought.
What?
That guy sounds like the real news guy. Who is that?
The real news guy.
All right, here's the next one.
Screw CNN. Hal Herman is the most trusted name in news.
That was good. We wrote that one. That was a good one.
Screw CNN. Hal Herman's the most trusted name.
I initially wanted to say CNN sucks it. Hal Herman doesn't.
Here's the next one.
MSNBC has crabs. Hal Herman has the real news.
MSNBC has crabs?
Is that? Could I?
That almost sounds actionable.
Yeah, is that actually?
Is that actual? I mean,
MSNBC has crabs. Hal Herman has the real news.
Has MSNBC been sleeping around?
I'm not a lawyer, but if I were MSNBC's lawyer, I'd be sending you a letter today.
So, wait,
Wow.
you're
Just
saying
on the crabs.
MSNBC has crotch critters? Is that what you're saying?
Hal was really set on that one being produced.
Oh, my God. Here's the next one.
Fox News blows. For the facts, Hal Herman knows.
So, wait a minute.
Now that's a good tagline because it rhymes.
Yeah, Fox News blows, Hal Herman knows? Is that
Right. And you know how Hal's nose is a little bigger? It almost fits.
All right, so Hal Herman's attacking MSNBC, CNN, and
Yes.
Fox News.
Yeah, he goes after everybody because Hal Herman's number one.
Here's the next Hal Herman liner. Here we go.
Hal Herman is on your side. Your side.
Now, we invented that. On your side?
Hal Herman on your. That's Channel 8's slogan, dude.
No way. I think that theirs is in your side.
No, it's on your. It's 8 on your
eight
side.
on your side.
It's 8 on your side, and
Hal Herman is on your side. Your side.
I like that.
here are 3 more.
Tampa Bay's news leader, Hal Herman headlines.
Can I get a real news channel to give Hal a shot, to get back into his
Seriously.
career?
Yeah. Wait, no.
More Americans get their news from Hal Herman than from any other source.
What the hell?
That's actually factual.
That's
I don't
stolen.
know.
That's from ABC, isn't it? More
Yeah.
Americans get their news from
No.
ABC than from any other
They
source.
stole
right?
it from us.
Okay. All
Actually.
right, what do I have? One more? All right, one more of this.
Hal Herman headlines. Because facts matter.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
We wanted it to be real big sounding, and I think they accomplished it.
Every story is butchered with incorrect facts.
Don't tell Hal.
and because facts matter?
Hal Herman headlines. Because facts matter.
I gotta
Those
say,
are really good.
I think I like them all except for the one about MSNBC having crabs.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Too.
No, that's the worst.
MSNBC has crabs.
MSNBC has crabs. Hal Herman has the real news.
Yeah, I like that.
The
He's going to be
Texans-
so mad at you for playing those, but he's going to be excited when he hears it.
All right, so Hal Herman headlines again live tomorrow, 8 a.m.
Don't want to miss it.
here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. So spread the word. Hey, Fester,
Yes.
Disney Plus is getting strict about password sharing. They're starting to crack down in Canada, and now it's slated to make its way south here to the U.S.
Okay, so I'll tell you right now,
Heads up.
Disney Plus is the one streaming service that I'm Gucci on.
Oh, God. What
Yeah.
are you saying?
Yeah, because I pay for Disney
That's the
Plus.
only one you pay for? Oh, so this doesn't affect you. Pilfer all the others.
Is that
I-
what Gucci on means?
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know
just
what that means.
Googling
I don't know what
Yeah,
that means.
what is that?
What was
I'm
that?
all.
I
Why'd you
don't
say
know.
that? Where'd you dig that from?
Yeah.
You in the
I-
Gucci gang?
I think I heard it in like a 2016 rap video or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, I pay for Netflix and I pay for the Hulu Disney Plus combo package.
Okay. Well,
Everything else
is pilfered.
I'm pilfered on. I'm pilfered on HBO Max. I'm pilfered on Paramount Plus.
That's great.
Are you mocking me?
I'm just saying. I mean, that stuff's going to burst. That bubble's going to burst, buddy.
I sure would like your.
YouTube TV?
No, I'm on Unitard's YouTube TV. Unitard, our former intern.
Yeah.
Unitard.
I've affected his life so greatly that he's endowed me with a lifetime of YouTube
Yeah.
TV.
Former intern on the MJ Morning Show, going back to our 4002 Gandhi days when we were at the other radio station. Unitard was one of our interns.
Yeah.
Unitard is now the big salad bowl microphone holder on the sidelines at Bucks games. Did you know that?
He did that for a bunch
Yeah.
of years.
Yeah, he still does that.
I think he still does. He travels with the team. So, you see those guys with those parabolic microphones?
Yes.
And it looks like a big, giant salad bowl at the salad bar.
Yeah.
He's holding that parabolic microphone inside like the acrylic clear half sphere with the microphone to get the sideline sounds and all that, and all the noises of like the football pads and helmets cracking together.
So anyway, Unitard signs up for YouTube Plus, and he's like, or YouTube TV, and he's like, "Hey man, I could put on 8 accounts. Would you like one?" And I'm like, "No, I can't take it from you." He's like, "Please take MJ. You want me to put in a good word with you with Unitard?
No.
I'll get you a YouTube TV account." YouTube TV is like the best of the streaming network accounts.
Listen, as of November 1st, Disney Plus is going to restrict Canadian users from sharing their accounts with people outside their households unless they're willing to pay more. And then it starts in Canada, and then the crackdown is going to expand. Yep. So first Canada, and then the Disney Plus is going to start expanding the password crackdown here in the United States. You mentioned Max, formerly HBO Max.
Yes.
And we've talked on numerous occasions now this week about Naked Attraction. And amazingly, out of nowhere, I see this story from the Hollywood Reporter earlier this week about Naked Attraction, this game show where it's a dating show and the contestant picks from 6 people who are completely naked. I'm talking full frontal, nothing left to the imagination, zero. So we mentioned it twice this week, and I had no idea that it's now available in the United States, because I talked about this after we got back from London. This was in Christmas of 21. In early January of 22, we're back from Christmas break. I'm like, guys, you're not going to believe this. Michelle and I are watching TV at like midnight, 1 in the morning in London, and there's this naked dating show where everyone is naked. They're inside these different colored rectangular boxes, and there's a curtain. And the revelation, the curtain starts at the feet, and it starts going up a little further, and the person picks who they want to date based on the reveal of their body. And it's full freaking nudity. Sometimes you've got men picking women. Sometimes you've got women picking the men. Sometimes it's women and women. It's men and men. It's hetero. It's homosexual. It's different LGBTQ plus. It's men, and so it's the whole gamut.
It's everything.
It's everything.
Yeah.
And the deal is it made its way to U.S. television because all 6 seasons of this Naked Attraction are now streaming on HBO Max, or now just Max. But the update, the reason why I'm bringing this up again, it's now the most popular series on Max. In days, it is now the most watched series on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Boy.
Wow.
This British, nothing left to the imagination, nude reveal dating show. Oh, and then once it's down to there are 6 boxes, 6 contestants that, and the curtain goes up the same on each, and the contestant picks. Once it's down to 2, so the contestant eliminates the people they're not interested in based on the naked reveal. As the curtain goes up a little bit from the feet all the way to the head, once you're at the last 2 contestants, then the contestant doing the picking has to strip their clothes off.
Everybody's naked.
What the hell?
It is insane. And I remember I came back from vacation in January of 2022 saying, my God, I did a whole segment on this. And now it's here. And now the update is it's the most popular series on HBO's Max.
Ugh.
You know what those boxes that they stand in remind me of is the airport screeners, don't they? Because you have to stand on the 2 feet.
the little body
yeah.
scanners. Well, guess what? I don't stand in that thing because I've got TSA pre-check. So I just walk through the regular metal detector.
You are so obnoxious.
Yeah, you are. Hey, is there any big fat guys like Fester on the show?
So there's everything.
I saw the first episode and then I stopped. I can't watch it again, or at least I really had a hard time going through the second.
Why?
It was just a lot of nudity. I mean, I'm all for nudity. I'm all for crass things. I'm all for things that are a little off color, but it was just a lot of junk.
Had a meeting yesterday. I met with management yesterday.
Ooh.
I had a meeting with Ron, the general manager and vice president of the market for Beasley Media Group, and Slick Rick, our operations manager. So I went into a meeting just after the morning show. They called the meeting. MJ, you have some time to talk with us. And they said it was about the expiration of my contract. I expire December 31st, and my deal is up. My deal was up last year, and I just opted to sign just a one-year extension. You know, essentially, I'm day-to-day here.
I mean, aren't we all?
So
I think the contract was written on toilet paper. I'm not sure.
I had a meeting yesterday. It was right after the morning show at 10 o'clock. And listen, it didn't go poorly. They said, hey, we'd like to re-sign you. We'd like to keep you. We'd like to keep the MJ morning show going. Listen, they like the revenue attached to the show. You know,
They don't like the show?
No.
They just want the money attached to the show.
They like the show, but there's a lot of money tied to the show. I mean, look how many endorsements I'm doing. I mean,
Look how many I'm in. Oh, never mind.
So there's a lot of revenue tied to the show. We perform remarkably well for all of our advertisers. You know, the live endorsement advertisers that I do. Roxanne, you do. Fester, you do. Froggy, you're wide open right now.
Oh, boy, am I.
Well, you know.
Dude, why don't you get like an endorsement for like the Move medical marijuana thing or something? That's what you.
Well, listen, I'm not the sales guy around here.
That's what you need to end up doing.
Neither of that.
You know what? You need to do a dispensary advertisement is what you need to do.
Salespeople, hope you're listening.
So here's what happened. I met with them and we had a nice meeting. They're like, MJ, you're very valuable. Listen, they love the revenue attached to the show, and they want to re-sign the show. And you know, I think they were looking for me to lay things out. And I'm like, why don't you make me an offer? Make me an offer to stay to continue the MJ morning show.
Whoa, what a
here
hard
on Q105. So, they said, hey, we want to get your ideas. I'm like, yeah, I want to get your ideas. So I said to them, hey, why don't you just get back? Make me an offer. Make me an offer to stay and continue doing this. Instead of just, going on a scuba diving trip all around the world. So
Let's see where you stand.
So they said, fair enough, and they'll get back to me within a couple of weeks. So, hey, listen, couple of weeks will be mid-October, and then, hey, contract's up in December. So, folks, I'm going to keep you abreast. I'll keep you fully up to speed on what's going on. So management has initiated. They want to re-sign me and the MJ Morning Show. And listen, we'll see what they've got. I've asked them to show their cards, and I'll let you know. As of right now, do I know for certainty that the MJ Morning Show continues past the end of the year? At this point, I don't know because my contract is up. But I will let you know when I know what the story is. In the meantime, help us out. Tell 3 people a day to listen to the MJ Morning Show. It puts me in a, if we can jam up the listenership, if we can and really just turn new people onto the show, because there are absolutely people that don't even know we're back on the air, or there are people that didn't know about our previous 18 years of the MJ Morning Show and MJ and BJ. There are tons of people locally that they need to be exposed to our show. And, we don't have a massive marketing budget at this point, but the bottom line is once people hear this show, they love it. Hey, can you bring up that Facebook thing Fester, you sent me something.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Yeah, you sent me something which is dynamic. You sent me something that's tremendous.
What was that?
Yeah, this guy shoots a video.
Just some dude?
It was like an MJ Morning Show testimonial.
Yeah.
Traveled to the area. Lives out of town.
Right, out of nowhere. So do me a favor, bring up this video, and I want you to play this video. Fester sent this to me in my email yesterday, and I'm like, my God, I got to send this guy in to negotiate my new contract. No, but seriously, folks, all kidding aside, we want to grow this audience even more. So that's why I asked for MJ3 a day. So it's the MJ3 a day. Tell 3 people to listen to the MJ Morning Show. As much as you can. Tell 3 people to listen to the MJ Morning Show. At work, if you know people that listen to other shows, just give us a shot. Give us a couple of days. Check this thing out, and you're going to be a believer. You're going to, whatever you're listening to, you're going to convert to the MJ Morning Show, because pound for pound, this is the most consistent, most entertaining morning show in the entire market. All right, before I move on, Fester sends me this. This is perfect. Fester sends me this last night, and listen to this testimonial. Go back to the beginning. Take it all the way back. Listen, go. Hit it. Play.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? James here. Hey, I just want to take a minute of your time. I want to tell you guys about a radio morning show that I've been listening to for the last 2 weeks. It's called MJ's Morning Show, and it's on Q105, which is a radio station based in Tampa, Florida. Now, I came across this radio station when I was vacationing in Clearwater a couple weeks ago, and fell in love with the music. It's got an 80s, 90s mix, and the music is amazing. So I liked it so much, when I got home here, I pulled it up on Amazon Alexa and started listening to it. Well, little did I know that they have a kick-ass morning show called MJ's Morning Show. So I started listening, and it is freaking hilarious. MJ is awesome. His crew is awesome. The material is always fresh. It has me laughing every morning. I mean, every morning. It's funny. And they will have you in stitches in 5 minutes or less, I guarantee. So I'm encouraging all my friends, family, anybody that's on here, please check out MJ's Morning Show. They're actually looking for new listeners, and it's hilarious. It's one of the best morning shows I've heard in a very, very long time. So I encourage everybody, check it out. MJ Morning Show, Q105, Tampa Bay, or Tampa area in Florida.
I mean, listen to this guy.
It goes on for another 30 seconds.
It goes on for another 30, 40 seconds.
So,
I mean,
Great show.
Yeah.
And I encourage everybody to check it out.
he repeats himself. Is that crazy? Is that great?
This guy gets us.
I can't believe how he's like, it's almost like a job application. They're looking for new listeners right now,
I
so
love him.
apply within. Thank you, James.
Well, it's hard to find an actual show that's funny, sort of funny.
Folks,
Tell
There's
me about
nothing
it.
really out there.
I got a pizza problem.
Oh God, the pizza putz has a pizza problem.
You call me the pizza putz?
Yeah, that's what I'm calling you. That's going to be the name of your YouTube channel, right?
The pizza putz.
And you judge
I'm
everybody's-
going to give that degenerate Dave Portnoy a run for his money, right?
Good luck. He just had his own festival, pizza festival.
Yeah, so I'm the pizza putz.
Yeah, the pizza putz reviews.
I've got a pizza problem, which I'll explain in just a moment. This is a dilemma. I found something out yesterday, and I'm disturbed. I am literally, seriously disturbed about something I learned yesterday. I'm like, what the? I'll explain in just a second. Because I've got one other thing I want to do, and that'll take me up to 8 o'clock, and then I got to give out the Cash Kitty word, and that'll give me some clear runway to deal with my pizza problem here on the MJ Morning Show. So, one other reiteration that I want to bring up. I brought this up with you guys like a month ago. We brought it up again yesterday. And I'm still getting people that are saying, MJ, do you know about this? They're shutting off our cell phones on All right. They're not shutting off our cell phones on October 4th. This is a rumor floating around. They're doing a nationwide test on October 4th. The FCC and FEMA, they're doing a test. It's like when you get the Amber Alert on your phone because, some kid potentially has been kidnapped or whatever, missing kid, whatever the story is. When you get one of those alerts or, with the recent hurricane activity that we had with that brush by recently, we had the weather alerts that went off on our phones, et cetera.
If there's super important news, they need to get it out.
So FEMA and the FCC are doing a nationwide alert, which is going to ping on all cell phones on October 4th at 2:20 in the afternoon. But some are trying to conspiratorialize this and claim that it's a takeover, that they're shutting our phones off. That's not the case. I had so many emails over the last, for whatever reason, it's the last week that it's all got juiced up and jammed up, and people are thinking it's some kind of government conspiracy deal. It's a test. It's like radio stations. They run that test all the time. It's like once a week, radio stations have to run, this is a test, and you hear the boop, boop, boop. You hear the noises. If this were an emergency, da, da, da. It's that whole deal. So they're going to do it nationwide and hit all cell phones in case they need to make you aware of a national emergency. Now, are they preparing for something? Is this truly just a test? I mean, listen, these are all fair questions. People want to know, well, if they can test our phones, can they also shut our phones off? So that's where a lot of the conspiratorial stuff is coming from. And people are all spooked that the government, they're just testing to make sure that they can shut all our phones off. They're not shutting our phones off. Our phones are going to work. We're just going to get an alert that's going to go out on October 4th at about 2:20 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, Andrew.
My question is, will the phones work during that time? Can you make a phone call while they're trying to do that test?
I guess we'll find out.
What if there's an emergency? You must make a call.
Yeah. So, again, there's nothing nefarious here. It's just a test. But, people these days, they want to turn everything into a conspiracy.
I'm not sure I believe you on this.
Okay, I mean,
I'm pretty sure something's going on.
Froggy, listen, you're the type of dude I'm trying to dispel, the rumors
It's just,
and stuff.
You got to put things together. You got to think, you got to look into stuff.
All right, let me give out the Cash Kitty code word for 8 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
Get that thing off me. How many are there? Do you have a litter?
Is it a feral cat? Is that what this is?
Oh, that
look
was
at
cute.
that.
Yeah. Ooh, that-
Is that a vibrator?
All right, Cash Kitty time. Your chance to win $1,000 right now. This hour's word is luck. Luck. This hour's word is luck. Text the word luck nationwide to 45911 before quarter after, and you got a shot at $1,000 right now. Enter it also on the Q105 app if you want, or you can enter it at myq105.com. So the word is luck. Text the word luck, Luck, right now nationwide to 45911. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show. All right, I have a pizza problem here, and I don't know what to. I was like flabbergasted. I stumbled into this yesterday. I'm like, what the? So something else bizarre happened yesterday.
What is going on? You gonna spit it out?
I go to my post office box, and there's a refund check from the IRS for $20,000 in my box.
Whoa!
I'm like, what? I wasn't supposed to get a refund.
Was it really from the IRS?
Yes. I got so just a weird day yesterday. So after the morning show, I meet with Ron and Rick about the whole contract deal and whether the MJ Morning Show is going to re-sign. So after I finish with them, I drive across the bay over to Tampa. I hit my P.O. box a couple of times a week to get the mail because, as everyone knows, I do not have a mailbox at the house. I don't want stuff sitting curbside for some mailbox thief to grab my crap. So we've had a P.O. box for a very long time. So I go to the P.O. box, and I see the Department of Treasury thing. I'm like, what is this? And right away, it's a government check from the Department of the Treasury. And it's like Department of the Treasury. I open the thing up, and it's a check for $20,378.
All right.
And it's a refund check for my tax return. And then in the pile of mail, there's another letter, and it's from Internal Revenue Service. And I'm like, oh, geez, what is this? And it was an explanation of why I got the check. And I was not expecting a check. My accountant did all the numbers, everything. And, I make my estimated payments. And the IRS, I guess, did some kind of calculation, and they said, look, according to your return, we owe you $20,000. So out of nowhere, I get a $20,000 check yesterday.
What'd you buy?
I didn't buy anything. So I am near my bank, near the institution where I bank. So I stopped at the bank. I deposited the check. And then I'm heading up Dale Mabry, headed back up toward Kennedy. And I decide, you know what? Let me pop into Sadie's Pizza. And Sadie's Pizza is this new South Tampa pizza shop that does a great New York slice. The dude's from Long Island. They opened up in June. And I walked in, and I mentioned them on the air, and they had a bunch of people. I mean, we loaded up the place, and 1 or 2 days they ran out. He ran out of dough because of the MJ Morning Show mention, and people were flying in the place. But I walk in, I'm like, hey, how are things going? And Steven, who runs the place, says to me, we're selling. I'm like, what?
Whoa.
So apparently his brother and mother are partners, and they want out. They thought that the place would be printing money already. It's been open since June.
It takes a while for restaurants to gain traction.
Of course it does.
The fact that they're not out of business is the amazing thing. Most restaurants fail in the first year.
All right, hang on a minute. I asked Steven.
Did you make him a $20,000 loan?
No.
I just happened to stumble upon $20K.
I handed him this surprise IRS refund check. Here, take this. It's all,
you know what? We're good.
All right, let me buzz him up here. Hang on a minute. 813. All right, so this might get a little raw. I mean, this might get a little emotional.
Please leave your message.
Uh-oh.
For 813.
Are they prepared to talk about this? Did you set this up in advance?
Yeah. I told him I was going to call him. Hey, Steven, if you're around, I'm trying to buzz you up here. If not, I'll get him on later on or get him on tomorrow. But this is kind of just a weird deal that his partners, which happen to be family members, they want to list the place. I'm like, no. Yeah, well, they thought that business would be even bigger. I'm like, you got to give it a minute. I mean, you guys have, and he's like, I agree. But he says he's getting outvoted. I'm like, this is like a new great slice. It's a great, hang on, let me try him again.
I mean, now's the time to buy their shares, right? Company's not making money or not making a lot of it anyway.
Well, listen, you're just getting rolling. It takes time to get things going.
Please leave your message
Uh-oh.
for 813.
I wonder if he had second thoughts about coming on the show.
Maybe so.
Hang on a minute. I'm sending him a text message. Trying to call now. Hang on. All right, because, I texted him last night, and I said, how about tomorrow morning? And he said, that's perfect. And then I sent him a note, stand by, and I'm trying to call. But it's a weird deal. I mean, what do you do? You're in business with some relatives, and technically they've got the controlling stock because you got your mother and your brother, and they're investors, so that's 2/3, and he's a third, and they can outvote him. And it's like, I mean, it was devastating. It's like a great New York slice. Folks, it's Sadie's Pizza. It's Sadie's Pizza on Southdale Mabry, just south of Kennedy. You know where the Batteries Plus is?
Yeah.
I think it's like Batteries and More now.
Yeah.
It's right in that little shopping center. So Batteries and More, and next to that is Sadie's Pizza.
Are you trying to save the whole business from
I'm trying
from
to
the fire sale?
Listen, I'm trying to figure something out because, listen, when I want a good New York slice, I've got my list of pizza shops that I love. We had Sardo, who's over here in Pinellas County. Sardo has a great New York slice, and Sardo was in earlier this week from Sardo's Pizza. And then in South Tampa, where I am, obviously it's very close to my house in South Tampa. And then I find out that the family wants to, yank the business out from underneath them, and they want to sell.
It sounds like there's more family issues going on that that MJ needs to get involved with.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, you're not a therapist and all
Sounds like that
this.
Gordon Ramsay show where the family's just fighting and he's like,
Yeah.
"You bunch of donkeys, get it together."
You know what we do? Let's send Sardo over there as like a pizza mentor or something.
No,
and he can whip him into shape.
No, the pizza's great. It's just
It's the business.
the family, the mother and the brother, apparently they thought like they'd be backing up the Brinks truck. I don't know. Maybe they thought they were going to be, traveling to San Tropez on vacation. I mean, you just opened up in June. What the hell did they want? Did they want money out the wazoo with their investment in 2 freaking months? You got to give it time.
Thought we'd have 100 locations by now, boys. It's in 60 days.
So
What's happening?
I mean, here I'm on a high because I got this money from the IRS in my mailbox. It's like, where the hell did this come from?
Dude, it was like meant to be.
So I'm all excited about the money, and then I stop in and say, "Hey man, how things going?" He's like, "We're listing the place." I'm like, "What do you mean you're listing the place?"
People want instant gratification now.
Yeah.
See, you were given that money through, like Roxanne would say, God, the atmosphere.
The universe? The universe. Not the atmosphere. The universe.
Listen to what the atmosphere
And right
is telling you.
afterwards, you got to change it to MJ Morning Show Pizza Place.
We try it again. I don't
We'll
know.
all invest. I'll give you like $50.
The atmosphere is speaking to us.
Maybe you got some cold feet, but is there a way?
Please leave your message for
Yeah.
8138.
That's weird. It's going right to voicemail now.
That's not good.
Yeah, and he's not responding to my texts.
Uh-oh.
So
Maybe he disconnected his phone.
no, the phone's clearly working, but I wonder if I don't know, maybe
Someone got to him.
he's been stuffed in a pizza box. So
There's probably a bunch of other things going on that you're not privy to.
Yeah, I like to keep your nose out of it.
Yeah, I mean,
wait a second. No, I walked in. I mean, I'm like I'm high as a kite.
Wow, what were you smoking?
No, because of my IRS refund check out of nowhere, and then I walk in. Hey man, just checking it. We're selling. I'm like, what do you mean you're selling? I mean, because Steven, he's the pizza dude. He's the guy that, when it comes to pizza, and this is really interesting, you can have the same ingredients, the same dough, the same sauce, the same cheese, same toppings, but different pizza makers can make or break the pizza with the same ingredients. And, he's the pizza dude. If he sells, he's not going to be the pizza dude.
you need a family financial intervention because if the business isn't making a ton of money, it's really kind of worthless. It's not worth much.
You have what?
You got to give it a chance.
Fester. The point is,
you sell businesses on revenue.
Yeah, of course, but
it takes a year.
Yeah, but you got to build the place up.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying is the two people that want to sell don't understand if they sell now, they're not going to get it. They're not going to cover their investment.
Yeah.
So I don't know, what the status is going to be. I said to him, if there's a chance that we can blow up the place and just again send a jillion people in, would your family?
Is that what you're trying to do now?
Well, would they reconsider?
Are you trying to blow up a place just for your convenience of getting pizza near your house?
No, it's good pizza.
I understand
it's
that.
a good New York slice. It's a good New York pie.
What do you mean blow up? Like Sopranos?
No, I'm talking about jam up the business even more. Dude, I'm talking
like Junior could take care of that.
I'm talking about
I get it.
Trying to make the place explode with sales again. All right, so folks, listen. I think we got to try to save Sadie's Pizza in South Tampa.
Sadie.
What if old Sadie gives you a call and say, hey, MJ, I know you like the place and all. I heard you came into a little bit of money. Maybe we could have a little short-term loan, help her out or there.
Yeah, why don't you give them the $20,000?
Yeah, that'd be really benevolent of you.
I just got a text from my buddy Andrew. Maybe the family offed him.
Seriously? Come on. I mean, listen, you hear one of the family members are going to run their mouth, you just pop them right now.
Oh, man. Well, hopefully he's not answering my text now.
Okay.
And he was all excited about coming on the show. And now, he was waiting for my call. Andrew just said, maybe he's not up this early. No, I told him after
8:15.
I told him after 7:45. And he said, perfect. This is last night. So this adds to the drama and the intrigue. But folks, I'm telling you right now, go try Sadie's Pizza, South Tampa, South Dale Mabry, just a couple of blocks below Kennedy on Dale Mabry. It's in the Batteries and More Shopping Center Plaza. It's right in there, right next to Batteries Plus, Batteries and More. Listen, I'm being selfish here. I like the pizza. I don't want it to go away.
We know you're being selfish, and we're just trying to get through it.
Usually, I think you're a big meddler. I think you're big, like in everybody's business. Sticky beak. But I actually think they need your help.
Well, that's why I'm doing it. Yes,
I think you need to insert yourself.
He's only doing it because he wants to eat there.
Insert yourself for yourself.
Duh.
That's fine.
I know, but
duh. Because listen, I'm a pizza snob. I'm a pizza aficionado, and I like the place. All right, somebody sent me a video, and I made a mention of this yesterday. We played the audio of Britney Spears in a bikini dancing around in her house with knives. Hey, Andrew, do we have that audio still? Can you bring up the Britney Spears audio from yesterday? Let me know when you have it. So, bring up the Britney Spears audio from yesterday where her clinking the knives around.
I'm going to say it slower.
All right. So, Andrew, you got to get some headphones. Oh, now you're on the phone? What are you saying to me?
I was on the phone. I wasn't listening to you.
Okay. Who are you on the phone with?
A caller.
Yeah,
okay.
All right. We get 2,000 calls a day. MJ.
Andrew's going to stab me with Britney Spears. He's going to snap on me one day.
Wearing on him.
All right. So here's the deal. We played audio and mentioned this video of Britney Spears yesterday. And Britney is scaring people again. She's jumping around and dancing in a bikini, and she's got like these 12-inch knives. And she's clinking them. Do you have the audio, Andrew? I'd roll the audio. And she's got music going in the background. Plink. And she's slapping the knives together. And I said on the show yesterday, it's like she's working at one of those, Benihana places. It's like she's working at some,
I saw a meme of that.
That's what I'm.
Now it's all over,
dude. That's what I'm saying.
It's hilarious.
Somebody sent me a video. Somebody did exactly what I said on yesterday's show, and somebody put Britney Spears in front of the hibachi grill at Shogun Steakhouse, and she's got the shrimp on the grill, and they have the background, and
she was burning a little meat on the side.
That was shrimp. She's burning the shrimp. So somebody did a video meme. Because that's exactly what you think of. She's doing this knife show, and they've got Britney working at the hibachi grill at Benihana.
I feel terrible laughing about her because I just don't ever want anything like a mental breakdown that it looks like is happening, but that's hilarious.
Oh, we can't laugh at her. You're right. It's funny.
So this video is going around. I'm like, exactly what we described, it was reminding us of. Somebody did the actual work and put Britney behind the grill at the Japanese steakhouse flipping the
There's
shrimp.
millions of those out there already. Different ones. There's one of trying to rob Britney Spears, and the guy's breaking into her house, and right when he opens the door, she's like, ting, 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 ting. He just backs off.
That's some crazy stuff, folks. It is 8:20 at the MJ Morning Show in the 9 o'clock hour. Don't forget, 9 o'clock hour, I'm giving away another Zojirushi Japanese rice cooker. That'll happen after 9 a.m. This is worth over $200. It's an awesome appliance. Expect the unexpected. It's National Rice Month, and Zojirushi said, hey, you like our products. We see your Instagram. Would you like to give away some of our rice makers? And I said, yeah. So we have 5 of them. We've given them away Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The Thursday unit's coming up. We'll do another one tomorrow. So your chance to win this really awesome appliance after 9 o'clock. here on the MJ Morning Show, so stand by. Couple of things, internal housekeeping here on the MJ Morning Show.
I have some too, so go ahead.
All right. First, the podcast dates are back on our website. For some reason, Andrew got word from higher ups. Yeah, take the dates off of the MJ Morning Show podcasts on mjmorningshow.com. So the dates are back. Because people are confused. It's like, wait a minute, I want to know what date it is.
Yeah, but do we know why the point? What was the point of taking them off?
Andrew,
there had to have been a reason.
Andrew, what happened? What was the reason? Why did you get instructed to take the dates like Wednesday, September 27th? Why were you told to take the dates off our podcasts? These are the ones that live on mjmorningshow.com, and you have the little icons where you can just click on the podcast. Why did they tell you to take the dates off? Do you know?
They don't look at our website. They looked at it on Apple and on Spotify and all those other places where it shows the date when you go to the page. And they were thinking if we changed that to putting something about the show that day, people aren't searching for the date. People are searching for subjects on Google.
But we did that also. We also had the subject. So, but we need the date and then the subject. Anyway, the dates are back because people keep track of like the date of our show and what shows they've heard or what shows they've missed. So, folks, I got bombarded with people saying the dates are gone because there are many ways to listen to our show. You can go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're on all the major platforms, but also you can get it on mjmorningshow.com, and suddenly the date disappeared. The date is back. So good news. Got a question from a listener, and it's on my Instagram, and it comes from Raymond. And Raymond wants to know, this is a direct message. And folks, listen, you can communicate with me anytime you want. You can send me a direct message. I'm certified MJ Radio. All of my contact and direct messages are open. So on Instagram, certified MJ Radio, if you ever have to ask a question, want to know something. So Raymond Tomlinson sent me a message yesterday. Why do you not do prank calls anymore? We've talked about this, and I've got no problem bringing this up again, because there was a major crackdown on doing crank calls and not disclosing that you're being recorded. So the whole industry changed. And you know what really got things changed was the whole Janet Jackson Super Bowl situation. Hey, dude, what are you doing?
I was trying some of that.
He's passing them out to the
crew.
Dude,
what are you? No,
I'm so excited.
I'm about to do a reveal. Why are you going into my box?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
there's been a box in the back of the studio the whole show.
I only touched one.
What? No. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I haven't done the reveal yet.
I thought that was just there.
No, I'm bringing them in to then open the box
all right.
to give to you guys. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you, Froggy? Just like you're. That's not your box to go into.
I thought it was our box. Gosh, sorry.
My God,
Froggy gave me one that he already took a bite out of.
Community box,
you've already
right?
opened it and ate it?
Well, he already opened one,
Oh
and he
my
took a bite out of
God.
it, and then he gave it to me.
It's
What are you
amazing.
doing?
It's amazing.
What flavor is? Okay.
I'm about to do a
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
What business is it going into a box and taking stuff out and handing it out?
Sorry.
It's not your box to do it.
I thought it was our box.
All right. Hold. I'll explain all that in a minute. So
Sorry.
back to the prank phone calls. Are you eating it?
Oh,
Roxanne, you have.
well, Froggy gave me this one that he took a bite out of.
Oh my God!
And then Roxanne's like, "What flavor is it?"
It's incredible.
And I gave her a bite out of
I
it.
can't believe
Well, I don't understand.
just-
There's always stuff around here that we eat.
You've spoiled my reveal.
Oh my gosh! It's
What's
so
all
good.
right?
It's so good. My face is melting.
All right, let me.
Really good.
We'll explain this in a moment.
right.
So back to the prank calls and Raymond. The deal is with the whole prank call situation. The FCC crackdown. This is after the whole Janet Jackson thing, and man, radio DJs, every radio company, everyone was running scared after the Janet Jackson nipple reveal at the Super Bowl. That TV event caused everyone to be concerned about all content on radio morning shows, and it was a mess. Everyone was walking on eggshells. Everyone was afraid they're going to be fired for like the wrong word. It was a nutso time with that whole Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake nipple thing at Super Bowl halftime. So when that happened, there was also a crackdown on crank phone calls and recording people and not disclosing you're being recorded. So it's always been that you had to inform somebody they were being recorded before you record. Well, that kind of really puts a damper and kind of puts the kibosh on doing a surprise crank call. So
yeah.
The FCC started cracking down, but radio companies, our bosses, were given the edict, no crank calls, no recording people without their knowledge. And, folks were getting fired. It turned into a mess. When that happened, it took the fun out of these crank phone calls.
I mean, to call somebody who's like, hey, I'm going to record you and put you on the radio.
So,
yeah, how you have 16-pound balls? That doesn't have the same.
Oh, you call it a bowling alley?
My old crotchety old man calls.
Right.
Oh, thank God you've answered.
Yeah.
All those. I was cold calling people with these crazy scenarios. I would have to sometimes call 5-10 people before
Somebody would bite.
Before someone would bite with these crazy scenarios. I spent hours and hours on each phone call, and I used to have yellow pages and phone books from around the country. Whenever I went on vacation,
whenever any of us traveled, any of us went anywhere. I took a trip to Wichita, Kansas once, and MJ's like, bring me back a phone book.
Because I would use the phone book to find, places to call with my crazy crank call premises, right? Whatever. So, and then they started cracking down, and then you couldn't do crank calls, or if you did, the company would threaten to fire you. It was nuts. So, Raymond, the reason why I don't do the crank calls anymore is because you just can't get these spontaneous calls, these real phone calls where you're cranking somebody. And the issue is these days, when you hear them, they're faked. So,
shh, MJ.
No, I'm telling the truth. These radio bits with these phone callers, these days, they're fake.
But the only real one is War of the Roses.
No, it's not. That's fake.
But even these segments where you cold call somebody and they're instantly on the radio, that's what we're talking. You can't do that.
Those days are over.
Until we found the workaround.
If you listen, when MJ calls somebody, he'll put them on hold and have me or Andrew pick up and say, hey, tell them we're going to be on the radio.
The workaround is that there's a whole cottage industry in fake professional phone call actors. And I'm not doing that. So, Raymond, I'm not doing crank calls that are phony.
Well, they never sound real.
Where we're using fake actors. And for example, like War of the Roses, which is done all over the country. I have no idea who does War of the Roses in town. Was it that Miguel and Holly show that's gone? Or
I don't even
anyway,
know.
So like War of the Roses, those are totally fake. They're not real. There are several companies that do these phone actor sketches where all the parties, the man, the woman, the this, whoever, it's all fake. They're professional phone actors that get paid to act the part. So they're not real.
Well, some of them aren't even professional, really. They're just people.
Crank calls, these, little skits. Like, what else do radio stations do besides War of the Roses, where, like, you have the relationship?
All right, we're going to do the big date dilemma. All right.
Whatever.
Hank went out with Sally, and she had halitosis. Let's get Sally
MJ,
on
that's
the line.
why we had
Should you go out again?
We had to come up with fake interviews. When you somebody, the RTIR magazine, that's when
Froggy's interviews that he did with people from the radio trades, they knew they were being recorded.
So that
for
was our
broadcasting.
workaround. They were real.
Yeah, and Froggy came up with a great workaround because there was a publication, I think it's still around, and it's people that are trying to get on the radio to do interviews. So Froggy would do his crank calls, and it would be people that knew they were on a radio station. They were just being recorded under a totally false premise.
Like Biscuit.
Like the whole Biscuit deal. But so that's how we did a workaround. But when you hear like regular crank calls on morning shows, or you hear these bits like, War of the Roses, they're all actors and actresses. They're called phone actors, and there are companies that sell that service, either cash or a lot of times it's barter. And the radio station has to run commercials like for some national product.
It's always barter.
Yeah, to pay for the fake phone calls. So Raymond, was it Tomlinson? Was that the name? Let me go back to my Instagram. So where's that? Raymond Tomlinson. Why are we not doing any more prank calls like New Milton Fludge Cow? Because I'm not doing fakes. I could do fakes all day long. We can hire one of these companies with the phone actors, but it's just not the same. I don't think they sound the same. I wouldn't feel the same, and I'm not going to perpetrate a fraud on the audience with fake phone actors for a bit. So Ray, that's why I'm not doing it anymore.
Isn't there one place like if you're in Las Vegas, you could do it? Right?
Really?
It's federal. Where the hell did you come up with that?
There was one place that you didn't need.
No, you're confusing that with what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
This isn't prostitution laws.
Okay? Froggy, what are you saying?
I'm trying to think of the...
There's nowhere in the United States
really
where you are licensed by the Federal Communications Commission to operate a radio TV station where you don't have to tell people they're on the air being recorded.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong on that.
No, the thing is, here's what you might be confusing.
A single call state?
Yeah, so you've got one-party notification and two-party notification states. Different states have different laws, so if you're recording a phone call, that one person has to know. There are other states where both people. So if I'm making a call, there are some states where I'm the only one. If I want to record, as long as I know, I don't have to tell the other person. There are other states where both parties need to consent to being recorded. But the difference there is it's not for broadcast. When you record a call for broadcast over FCC licensed frequencies, that's when it changes. All right.
How do they get crank yankers then?
Quick question.
Yes.
Can we crank call Canadians?
Well, that's a little bit of a gray area, or crank call other countries.
What if we call like Great Britain or something? You know.
Good question.
All right, so let me now do the mystery box, which Froggy...
Mystery box? What's a mystery about it?
Why would you go into my box in the back of the studio here and start handing out cake cups?
Because it's been there all morning. You haven't addressed it or said it even off the air. Hey, guys, I got this. We're going to do this maybe like 8:30 or something.
Fester's almost done.
Yeah, I mean, it's delicious.
Oh, geez.
What are you mad about? I don't get it.
Okay.
Where's the card? Did you lose the card that was in here?
I ate the card, too. Sorry.
All right, so I shot a video. Did you guys see the video on my Instagram?
No.
I shot a video yesterday, and Scout, my little Jack Russell, is all cute inside the video.
Aw.
So the cake girl here in Tampa sent us a care package FedEx yesterday.
Yeah.
And it arrived right after the morning show, so I brought it home to put it in the fridge so they'd be cold and fresh. So I brought the box in this morning, and it's a square box. I'm holding it up to MJTV from the cake girl, and I've got it in the back of the room. And then Froggy just goes into my box and starts handing the stuff out.
Everybody looked kind of hungry. I didn't know what it was.
So
I'm always hungry.
They're cake cups.
They're so good.
Listen to this. We had the cake girl on earlier this week because we went to a retirement party for a Delta Airlines pilot friend of ours. And the cake that she made, the Delta uniform and the Delta pilot's hat, all made of cake, was unbelievable. If you haven't seen the image, it's on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. And then I shot a video yesterday opening up the box and showing my Instagram viewers all these cake cups. So the cake girl, Christina, sends this note. And it reads, MJ and team, thanks so much for having me on your show. Was an awesome time, and I look forward to more sweet partnerships. Enjoy the treat. Much love, Christina. The cake girl sends me this card. And inside are a whole bunch of these cake cups. And it's cake inside these cups.
Hence the name Cake Cup.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, good.
And I was about to open up the box and hand them out to ask what flavors you want, and Froggy opens up the box and starts unilaterally handing. Fest already devoured one, and I've even opened. I was going to do I was going to say, guys, hey, look what I have here. And then Froggy just ruins everything. Froggy ruins everything.
Hold on. The box says the cake girl
I
on the
know.
side. I would have
saw-
guessed what's
yes.
in it.
Yes.
I didn't
And
know.
I-
I was like, is there a cake in that thing? I was like, what is that?
I
look
had
at
to
it.
deliver it to you yesterday.
Yeah, so you knew. So she
Yes.
know to keep
Well,
away.
because I was already gone. FedEx dropped it off, and I knew it was coming, but I left before
You made
FedEx got
Roxanne
here.
drive it to your house?
Well, Roxanne drives right by my exit off of 275.
Unbelievable.
So she popped off at 275
Boy.
and dropped it off.
Did you let her in the gate?
No, I actually I met her on the edge of the neighborhood. I didn't even make Roxanne come to the house. I met her near the entrance to the neighborhood.
Dude, you are so
Weird.
lucky I didn't receive this whole package.
Dude, you know what?
I'd be like, I don't know what happened to it.
Thanks, Froggy, for spoiling it. I was gonna.
Why?
I
What's
was
the
gonna-
big deal? You're going to do the same thing anyway. Give me one.
You've already had one.
No, he
No, I
had
took a
one bite
bite.
of
Listen,
this one.
that
and
is
then he
so-
brought it to me.
Which one are you
Yeah,
devouring?
which one is
Hold on.
that?
Hold on.
Boston cream. Oh,
This is the Boston cream pie.
I wanted that
Guess
one.
what? Hey, MJ,
Son
it's
of
so
a
good.
bitch! That's the one I wanted.
There's no more cream.
It's so good. It's making me feel high.
Yeah, let me just tell you this.
Have a piece of it. Have a bite.
Just so you know, it's delicious.
It is really good.
Here's a cookies and cream cake one. Here's carrot cake. There's red velvet. I like red
Okay,
velvet. I'll have the
that's
red
you.
velvet. This is unicorn. I'm showing these all on MJTV. This
Unicorn.
is plain Jane. Here's wedding cake. And these are, it's
Yum.
cake in a cup
I
from
don't-
the cake girl. And this is a thank you. This one is half baked.
That sounds like
For
one for
Froggy.
Froggy.
Yeah. No, Froggy's fully baked right now. Oh, that's why you did it, because you
Such a jerk.
Munchies. Froggy has the munchies.
are you hungry, Froggy?
Carrot
Yeah,
cake.
Froggy just medicated last break, so he's hungry. All right. So anyway, I got all these cake cups here.
Man, so good.
What do you want, Roxanne?
I want the.
You've already eaten one. Which
Yeah,
one?
but
she
I'm
she
like,
had one bite of the Boston cream that I ate 90% of.
how about a unicorn?
You want the unicorn?
Yes, please.
All right, hang on. Here we go. This is the unicorn one, all
Ooh,
multicolored.
yes.
Look at that one. All right, I'm handing Roxanne unicorn.
Is this like she came up with this idea?
Dude, I had.
Well, cake cups have been around since the invention of cakes and cups.
I even Froggy, it didn't dawn on you that I have paper towel with spoons wrapped in it in the back, that I even got ready to give you guys these things, and you just go in and ruin it and just start eating.
I wonder why everything was so convenient.
yeah, I mean, Froggy hands me his thing. I'm like, what, am I going to eat this with my fingers? Which I would have.
Unbelievable.
Brings me a spoon.
Unbelievable. All right.
Thank you. Let me say thank you.
Thank you, Cake Girl. Thank you,
Thank you,
Froggy,
Cake
for ruining the bit.
Thank
you,
you,
Cake Girl.
Froggy.
Yeah, for
Thank
jumping
you.
the gun and just handing stuff out. Fester's already eaten 4 of them, and I haven't even mentioned.
I was hungry.
I want you to know, you guys can have whatever flavors you want. I'll have what's left over.
I got to lightning round a bunch of stuff. It's just a busy day. Don't forget, it's 8:37 now, and coming up after 9 o'clock, we'll give away another $200 plus Zojirushi rice cooker. It's going to become one of your favorite appliances for the kitchen. We'll give away another machine just after 9 o'clock. I've got Howl of Scream tickets, and we also have the must-hear 9:10 story of the day. It is Taylor Swift related, and it's coming up in just a bit.
You have not mentioned the MJ rice cooker discount.
Oh, that's right.
You didn't mention
Yeah.
it yesterday, and I was thinking, what did we
Right.
forget today? And
Yeah, and through Saturday, if you don't win the Zojirushi rice cooker and you want one,
I mean, you're probably not going to win. I mean, we have two left. I mean, we have thousands and thousands
That's
of listeners.
right, and
I mean, you're probably not going to win.
somebody's going to win next hour.
But it's probably not going to be you.
Somebody's going to win on Friday, all right? Tomorrow. But if you want to take advantage, they set up a discount code. So if you want to go to the Zojirushi, Zojirushi website, and if you want, they've got like a bunch of models to choose from, all different price points. They set up a discount code, so you can use the promo code MJ10 at checkout and get 10% off. So MJ10 at zojirushi.com. Order your rice maker and use MJ10 as a promo code at checkout and get 10% off. So where was I was about to move on here.
I think Taylor Swift.
Oh, no. Taylor Swift's coming up at 9:10.
Okay.
All right. Must hear story at 9:10, and it has to do with the indications that the whole Taylor Swift dating deal with this football dude, Travis Kelce's a big fraud. So that's coming up in just a bit. Fester sends me this last night. MJ, you wear ankle socks.
When I think of grown men that wear ankle socks, for some reason I think of you.
Yeah.
What's wrong with ankle socks?
It's just a observation.
Well,
and the bigger picture.
Supermodel, or whatever you call her, this Emily Ratajkowski.
She's a supermodel, all right.
So, I mean, she's all over the place. I mean, she's all over social media. You know, yes, Rox.
She's not as tall as you. What Fester just said, supermodel, and he was kind of being mockingly.
Who said tall? Who said anything about tall?
Yeah, supermodels are usually tall, but she's not that tall, FYI. She's
Okay.
just like if you saw her in person, you would think, this is what I've been told.
She's a top model. She's not like, 5'10" or 6'2" or anything like that, but she bills.
She's gorgeous. She's amazing. But if you saw her in person, she's more of a not girl next door.
She's not the girl next door. I live next to a bunch of girls next door. None of them look like this.
She's a waif. she's kind of, thin. And,
yes, petite.
So Fester sends me this video of Emily Ratajkowski, and she talks about her biggest men's fashion ick. She did an interview with Maxim magazine.
That's still in print?
Yeah, Maxim. Is it online only? I have no idea. So Emily Ratajkowski has the biggest men's fashion ick. And Fester is now taking this story and applying it to me because apparently I wear her biggest fashion ick on men. And it's ankle socks.
Yeah. I've always told you, those things are hideous.
What is wrong with an ankle sock?
You got to get the no-shows socks. If you're even going to wear socks, real men don't wear socks. I don't wear socks.
Emily Ratajkowski is horrified by the picture of men's ankles.
Andrew had to go through like 30 or 40 minutes to find the audio bite. Andrew said his IQ dropped 400 points after having to listen to Emily Ratajkowski on some kind of podcast for Maxim magazine. All right, listen to this. So this is what Emily Ratajkowski doesn't like and something that I wear every day.
My recent ick is men's ankles, exposed ankles. I hate that. They're a dainty ankle exposed on the hottest man will ruin my day. Like a sockless foot with like when they
this is very specific.
They like sit
you're
down,
like on a date and you're like, I'm gonna have to go.
leg pulls up and I see their dainty ankle. I'm like,
I'm tired.
I swear to God, there was a guy I was seeing and he came over in short pants and like a shoe that exposed his ankle, and I have not seen him since.
I'm dying.
Swear on Sly's life.
Dying.
All right, so
who's she talking about? Pete? You like Pete Davidson, but not ankles? What a freak!
All right, so
where did it say ankle socks?
Yeah, it wasn't ankle socks. It was she hates ankles.
Men who show the ankles, and then in the text it said
it's totally opposite of what you said.
Yeah, that's what I was confused.
In the text it said guys who show their ankles.
It's totally the opposite of what you said.
Yeah.
You sent me a story and said ankle socks.
So she would like MJ.
No, she wouldn't. MJ's ankles are exposed. That nubby part of his ankle, that little ankle knuckle, whatever that's called.
Oh my God!
You can see MJ's anytime you want.
So exposed ankles. My ankle sock
Covers it?
Well, it goes right to the ankle, to the nub. You know, that little bony nub.
On both
yeah,
sides.
that's where my ankle sock goes to.
Just enough to gross her out.
So she would hate me because I don't wear socks.
Yeah.
So, but she said nothing about ankle socks.
I know. What are you talking about?
You sent me the email saying, MJ, don't you wear ankle socks? She doesn't even mention ankle socks in here.
What's the headline say? Because that's all you read.
We made Andrew go through 40 minutes of this brainless, low IQ but good-looking woman, Emily Ratajkowski.
Andrew will do anything to listen to two beautiful women talk.
Oh my God, I'm going to die.
So, Fester, why did you think it was about ankle socks?
Because when I think of men who show their ankles, I think of you, and you wear those little ankle socks, and she says, just like see guys' ankles, I thought of you. God, she will be happy and very turned on to know that I am keeping tube socks alive.
She doesn't want to see men's ankles, but it wasn't ankle sock specific. But that's all I wear are ankle socks.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's weird.
What, you're saying there's other reasons why she'd be horrified by you? Of which I can't think of none.
Well, you know.
No, except for that. And that.
Well, isn't it that one thing?
Yeah, right?
So, Fester, what other erroneous prep are you going to send me?
Yeah, what are you, Hal Herman now?
It's
just throwing out.
I'm not that far off, guys.
Professor just sending me crap.
It's totally the opposite.
All right, let me lightning round a few things here, and there's just too much material today. Not enough time to get into it. The latest now is blue light. Listen to the latest medical warning. Blue light from cell phones, tablets, TVs may induce early puberty.
I believe it.
Tell me, Roxanne, why do you believe this?
I'll tell you exactly why.
Yeah.
Because blue light affects your sleep, and it makes you. My daughter was so mad at me, but I had to tell her last night because she was trying to play with my phone before bed. I said, no, you cannot touch my phone at night because the blue light is going to stimulate your brain, which is going to interfere with your growth hormone. And so it's not good for you. You need to get deep sleep. So I absolutely believe that story. Yes, true. What else?
Excessive screen time may be taking more from children than just their attention span. For the first time, researchers are saying that blue light exposure can speed up the onset of puberty in male rats. So
they have a good test group.
What are they just sticking all kinds of iPhones and Android phones into rat cages?
Poor rats, man. They're always the ones.
Yeah, they get it, man, don't they? What
Them and guinea
say?
pigs.
They're actually, the irony with rats and mice is they're very prone to tumors, and they just get tumors regardless. So it's like they do all these cancer studies on them, but then I had mice when I was growing up and they always had tumors.
Ew, you had mice?
You were conducting studies on mice?
No, I had Ruby. Ruby got a big tumor in her neck.
Oh, Ruby.
And then I had Coco, and Coco got a big one on her hip.
Oh, were they smokers?
That's the thing. That's when I figured it out. All this stuff is BS because they never smoked a day in their life.
So she started putting makeup on her rats, and then all of a sudden they grew tumors.
So we got blue light that's causing puberty early potentially in kids, but they're testing it on rats. Then there's more bad cell phone news today that teens are picking up their phones over 100 times a day. That's crazy.
Maybe they have butterfingers.
Teenagers from 11 to 17, after a recent study, they've determined that on average, that kids 11 to 17 are picking up their cell phones an average of over 100 times a day. Most of them are 13 to 17, but they studied as young as 11. Can you imagine 100 times a day? It just shows what a major distraction these phones are.
I got a parenting thing, something I'm doing right now that is probably, I don't know if it's right or wrong. I know my intentions are good, but it might be a bad thing to do. You want me to save it till after the break?
Look at that. Responsible broadcasting.
I'm just trying to.
She goes out, she delivers the teas, and then she makes her own appointment.
Wow. Good job. Does this have to do with phones?
It has to do with electronics, yes.
Oh, I'm hooked.
All right,
She doesn't know if it's good or bad.
Can we tell you right now?
Tell right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, my daughter has been asking for an iPad because all of her friends they have like show and tell day on Friday where they bring a toy. They can all switch. They can play with each other. And she doesn't want to bring any of her toys. She just wants to play with the other kids' iPads because she doesn't have one. So she's like, Mom, please buy me an iPad. Please buy me an iPad. And one day I was like, fine, here we go. Or she found it on my phone, put it in the cart, and I never hit buy. So every couple days she asks me, when is my iPad going to get here? When is my iPad?
Oh, you're dragging your little kid along?
And I'm trying to think to myself, I just don't want her to get one.
How long ago did this go into the cart?
Like a week ago. I told her something's wrong.
Well, it's not that long.
Yeah.
So a week ago, she asked for an iPad, and
it was a moment of weakness.
You screw with her head,
No,
and you
that's what I'm saying.
you put an iPad in the cart that you never intend on buying and have delivered to your house.
She put it in the cart. I need to do more research. I need to think about, and I keep
What do you mean
dragging
you need to
it
do
out.
more research? What are you?
Because I don't. Here's the thing. They already look at my phone and they always want to do this painting app. They go on there, they do painting, but I've done a pretty decent job of keeping them away from computer screens and iPads, and I just don't want to break that seal and give her her own. So I had a moment of weakness. She's like, please, please, please. So she put it in the cart, and I just keep pushing it off, hoping she'll forget about it, but she has not.
Which iPad did you put in the cart? What size?
I'll tell you right now.
And so how are you going to wiggle out of this?
I don't know. Either I'm going to have to get her one,
You
or
put the iPad in the cart. She thinks it's going to be delivered to the house. I mean, how long can you keep up the charade?
It's a kid's tablet, Android tablet for kids, 10 inches, 64 gigabytes.
So
whatever.
it's not an iPad.
Well,
it's an Android. What's really giving us some piece of crap? Some generic? what are you buying? Why
don't you give your kid an iPad for God's sake?
Says the guy who owns an Android. This is right up your alley.
I have an iPad 12.9 Pro. My phones are Android. Michelle and I have the Pixels, and we're gonna get the new Pixel Pro 8.
Okay.
That comes out in a week or so.
Anyways, like I said, my intentions are good. I want to limit her screen time. I don't want to give her permission with that, but she really, 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 really wants.
Why would you put some generic no-name?
That's what she picked out because it had Smurfs on it. She's like, "This is the one I want."
Oh, so she just thinks that anything that looks like but it's not an actual iPad.
Yeah, it's a tablet of sorts.
Yeah, it's a
what
tablet.
brand? Read what it says.
MJ, I'm not like you. I don't go deep dive into it's.
What does it say? Read the actual item.
I mean, you're doing a deep dive, not buying your kid the thing.
It's an iPad, EYE.
32G Android.
Knock
so
off.
they make a bunch of tablets that run off the Android.
But who makes it?
Yanochi?
This is some off-brand garbage.
See, my instincts were right. I'm glad I haven't purchased it yet. I need to do more research. I need to find one that's very educational.
You need to find one that's a brand you heard of.
The device is not educational. It's the apps that are on there that are educational.
That's what I mean. I need to load it up with educational stuff, but I don't want her to have it because I don't like screen time.
It'll help dinner time with you and Hubs.
Remember
no, we don't have any electronics except Doug. Doug's allowed to have his phone 24/7, but no electronics.
Let me take a quick break. Fess, I know you're trying to say something. It's important, then save it
Nobody
for the...
cares.
It's not important.
We're back in a couple of minutes. There's a chance that you eat or have eaten 800 extra calories a day. So what could potentially, and this is something that happened all over the country, and it's still happening. What is causing you to eat 800 extra calories a day? Also, speaking about iPhones and iPads, and there's an iPhone 15 problem. You know about this? So hang on a minute. There's an iPhone 15 problem. That thing just came out, and there's an issue. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit. Oh, there's an update on that maniac that started stabbing people on the Howard Franklin Bridge with that whole car wreck fiasco. There's a crazy, crazy update to this thing. And that's on the way. Man, I have so much stuff to get to and so little time. It's going to be a very dense 9 o'clock hour, and it all starts next. Plus your chance to win the rice cooker from Zojirushi, valued at over $200. I got the Howlow Scream Busch Gardens tickets to give away, and the 9:10 must-hear story of the day, which is Taylor Swift, is coming up. All next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. MJ Morning Show, Q105, 904. So sometime, I'm going to say in this segment, sometime before we take our break, I'm going to give away the next Zojirushi rice cooker. It is going to be time shortly for another edition of...
Yo, MJ, let's kick it. Rice, rice, baby. Rice, rice, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. MJ got something new for the kitchen. Cook it, either brown or whitely. Flow with the rice both daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn on the switch, watch it go. If there was a problem with your sushi, kick out the rice with your new Zojirushi. Rice, rice, baby. Let's fill the rice, rice, baby. Let's fill the rice, rice, baby. Let's fill the rice, rice, baby. Yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to the MJ Morning Show.
In just minutes, I'll tell you what number caller to be. I'll give you the phone number, and if you're that caller, you'll win the next. This will be rice cooker number 4, and then tomorrow's number 5. And thanks to Zojirushi America for sending me these rice cookers to give away during National Rice Month, all because they saw my Instagram and saw how much I love their machines, and then realized, oh, hey, he does a radio show. And they said, hey, how'd you like to give away these rice cookers? I'm like, I don't think anyone's ever done this in morning radio in the past. I'm like, yeah, let's blaze the trail on giving away rice cookers. One of my favorite appliances in my kitchen. All right, phones are already ringing off the hook. Not yet. I'll tell you exactly when to call in here on the MJ Morning Show. Speaking of food, I teased minutes ago how you are eating 800 extra calories a day. And this makes complete and total sense. And I thought about this. I thought about the fact that now that I'm not doing my afternoon show, that gives me additional opportunities to shove crap in my face.
I mean, yeah.
Who just chortled?
Well, you sure are taking advantage of that.
Well, here's the deal. What has happened over the last couple of years which could have people eating 800 additional calories a day? Think about it.
The invention of the crow nut.
Okay.
What? No. No.
That was a good guess.
No,
it wasn't a bad guess.
It's a terrible guess. All right. What's happened over the last... What significant things happened to humanity in the last couple of years?
Processed foods?
No.
Okay.
Come on.
I don't know.
What event of massive significance has affected mankind?
COVID.
Yes. So with COVID, why would you potentially shove an additional 800 calories into your face hole?
Because you're just sitting around more. You're not.
Come on. Keep going.
You're stuck at home?
Yeah. Well,
you're bored?
Working from home.
You eat more when you work from home?
Well, think about it. You have instant access to your refrigerator. You can graze all freaking day long. When you're at the office, yeah, you might have a snack in the drawer. It's not the same. So it has been determined that when working from home, which has been brought about by the whole COVID pandemic in the spring of 2020, that with the influx of all these people working at home, it was determined that on average, that people were eating an additional 800 calories a day because they work from home and you're a couple of steps away from your kitchen, your pantry, and it's more accessible. It's more available, and people were just shoving. A lot of people gain weight. And a lot of that it's just the ease and the access and the convenience of working from home and just having it available. I mean, it makes complete sense. That you shouldn't have to think twice about this. This makes total, complete sense.
800 calories a day.
That can be significant. That's a lot.
That's a pound a week, right?
That's like, so for men, the recommended calories a day, they've always said about 2,000. And then for women, isn't it like 1,600 or so?
It's less than men's, yeah.
Yeah, so recommended. But if you do 800, Andrew popped on his microphone. Was there something you wanted to say, Andrew?
Yeah, during the time that I was out of work during COVID,
Yeah.
I ate much better at home, and I lost 15 pounds.
Yeah, that's because you have your mom cooking for you. I mean, I understand
I
that.
mean, here I'm going to get fast food.
Right. Well, no, that
That's
makes
true.
sense. That makes sense. But most people gained weight at home because of the access to food. I think it's a no-brainer. Now, the iPhone 15 apparently has a problem. Now, the iPhone 15, they just came out with it. Yeah, they're touting, oh, it's the new titanium iPhone. Well, it's got a titanium coating. It's like a titanium clad over the aluminum frame. There's no way you're getting a whole damn phone made out of titanium. It'd be $5,000. But there's an issue. iPhone 15s are overheating. How does Apple not know this before?
I know.
I mean, they test these significantly, but apparently the latest new iPhone 15 are heating up in some scenarios, and it's making it too hot to handle.
Too cold. The whole call the ghost.
So Buster's in control.
But they're saying that some iPhone 15s are reaching temperatures of like 120 degrees.
Jeez, what if it's in your pocket? It's going to burn your ween.
Seriously.
It's dangerous.
Burns it right off.
What's the temperature for hot water?
98.6 degrees.
No, you stop.
Like a hot
Is that
tub
like
is
to
like,
wash-
like 105.
Yeah.
No, like I know that like plumbers, there's a recommendation. Go to Google. There's a recommendation. So the hot water in your house, I think you're not supposed to have your hot water heater like above 120. So something like, look it up. What
I
does it
typed
say?
in hot water faucet temperature.
Okay.
And it came up with 120 degrees.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Make sure your water temperature is not set higher than 120 degrees Fahrenheit.
But listen, if you were
Yeah.
filling a bathtub with 120 degree water, that would be too hot for you. That would be too hot. Do not get in that.
And now they're saying that some of these iPhone 15s are heating up to 120 degrees. That'll burn your hand.
Yeah.
How does Apple not know that they've got a problem before you start shipping millions of these units?
Nope. Send them out.
So
Hot sale.
you're going to be holding your iPhone 15 and suddenly just, oh my God, it just spontaneously combusts in
Right.
your hand.
Or what if you like put it in a bag? What if you put it in a plastic shopping bag? I don't know anyone who carries their phone in a plastic shopping bag, but what if you put it in your plastic and it melts the plastic?
Yes, I carry my iPhone in my Publix plastic grocery bag,
That's actually
and
a good idea.
it's gonna melt its way right through the bag.
You know, if you ever had to, melt butter, just put it in the back of your phone.
Anyway, all right, so it's 9:12. Time for the 9:10 must-hear story of the day. Running just a few minutes late, but I get to it sometimes on time, sometimes a couple of minutes late. The 9:10 must-hear story of the day is regarding Taylor Swift. What are the clues that this latest Taylor Swift dating situation with this Travis Kelce is just a promotional racket? You know what they call those? Do you know, with Taylor Swift specifically, do you know what label has been attached to her and all of these little convenient dates that get her all of this media attention? And listen, it's all cumulative. All of these little, like, Taylor Swift is dating who, or Taylor Swift has been spotted with. I mean, this is all part of the promotional machine. This is all part of her aura. It's all part of building up her product, building up her demand, her notoriety. So if let me give you a little quiz here, guys. If you have a relationship with somebody, it can be described as a what? If you're dating somebody, it's called a
hookup.
No, an office, for instance, an office.
Oh, a romance.
There you go. All right.
Romance?
So romance. Do you know what the Taylor Swift relationships are called?
Swiftmance.
That was a horrible guess.
I have no idea.
That is as cruddy as it gets, dude. No.
Homance?
No.
Rose Swift?
What?
Taylor Swift. That's worse than Festus.
Trying to make it worse than that.
I know. It's called a showmance.
Hey, no, you're close.
Son of a bitch! How'd I miss that?
You know what? It's very good. That's Froggy.
A showmance is what's on Big Brother.
Right, but showmance is good.
It's a
promotional romance or a
promance.
It's a promance. So yeah, Taylor Swift is again being accused of this whole Kelsey romance with this Kansas City Chiefs tight end. That it's being described as another one of her fake romances or a promance. And listen, I saw a story from The Sun. When it comes to love, Taylor Swift is a self-confessed mastermind. In the 2022 track of the same name from her album Midnight, she teased fans, "What if I told you none of it was accidental?" Little clue there.
How strategic is she?
Yep.
Whoa.
MJ, I saw it was like a meme or something, and it listed all the things that happened since Taylor Swift went to that game. Do you know what she's done? How she's affected the game of football?
How has she affected the game on the field?
When Taylor Swift was seen in the Chiefs owner's box,
yes,
cheering on Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs with the whole story about this romance and that they're dating, what has been affected, Froggy?
You can read it right there, and it is shocking.
Are we getting our news from
how
memes now?
powerful she is. This is facts.
Since Taylor Swift showed up to Sunday's Chiefs-Bears game, there's been a 400% spike in Travis Kelce jersey sales. Kelce's podcast ranks #1 overall on Apple. Kelce adds 383,000 Instagram followers. 24.3 million viewers watched the game, #1 game of the week. 63% jump in female viewers aged 18 to 49.
Yes.
Man, could this print get any smaller on your freaking phone? 3 times increase in Chiefs searches on the web. 3 times increase in Chiefs sales on StubHub. Chiefs sold more tickets in a single day since the start of the season. For that game or whatever.
That's called the Taylor effect.
It is, and
She's a very powerful woman.
It's a promance.
What's up with her? Is she like an alien or something? Why is she so powerful? I don't like it. It scares me.
You know what? It is scary. She scares me.
She is very powerful.
She has no butt
She's
either.
like the Kim Jong-un of Kansas City.
Kim Jong-Swift.
Oh, man. So there you go. Taylor Swift, the promance. It just goes into all of, these, stories of Matt Healy. That whole deal was a promance. It goes into just a whole list of like folks that she's dated. And, what's real? Tom Hiddleston, all these individuals that she's been, Harry Styles, that whole deal, another promance. Jake Gyllenhaal, promance.
Jake Gyllenhaal seems to have a lot of promances.
John Mayer, that whole deal. Anyway, she's a business and promotional machine. So, what can you take seriously? I mean, I don't think you can take anything at face value. It's just, again, it's a promance. All right, let's go ahead and give away the next rice maker. Let's give away Zojirushi rice cooker number 4, valued at over $200. One of my favorite things, folks. One of my favorite appliances in my kitchen is this Japanese rice cooker from Zojirushi. Best name in rice cookers in America and really in the world. Hey, Japanese, they know how to cook rice, man. And I love this machine, and I've had one for like 20 years. Love this. So let's go with caller 105, and you can win the latest rice cooker from the MJ Morning Show and Zojirushi. So caller 105 right now, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105.
Are we having a promance with Zojirushi?
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah. All right, let me lightning round. While Andrew's trying to get caller 105, let me lightning round a few things. There's an update on that wacko situation on the Howard Franklin Bridge earlier this week.
Yes, there is.
And you know what? Some people sent Did I just awaken you from a coma?
It was
like, oh my God, Roxanne is awake.
Yes, I agree.
Roxanne has been in a coma and she just bolted awake.
She was just affirmatively affirming what you were saying.
She's alive.
Yes, there is.
It's just weird. It was like you just woke up from a sound sleep.
It was.
Yes, there is.
Now,
it's big.
Yesterday, I had some folks send me some details and like, MJ, we think this guy is a former federal prosecutor, but I got it during the show and I didn't have time to really go in and research, and I just didn't want to give out erroneous information.
What was the guy, Scruggs?
But now it's been confirmed. The guy Scruggs, who got out of his car and started stabbing this guy on the Howard Franklin Bridge after a car accident. Turns out the dude is a former federal prosecutor who now, did work for a private law firm. They've just pulled him off the website.
Yesterday? He was fired yesterday?
This is insane. The whole thing was crazy. So earlier this week, what was this? This was Tuesday, right?
Yeah. Yes. Tuesday late morning,
Tuesday,
9:30.
it was 9:24 or so. So southbound 275 Howard Franklin Bridge, there was a backup for miles, and it involved 3 cars. You had driver 1. He passed out in the middle of the Howard Franklin Bridge. His car is stopped. This is just past the hump going southbound towards St. Pete. And this guy's in his lane, and the car stopped, and he slumped over in the car. Driver number 2 sees this, pulls in front to try to render aid. And the dude is slumped over in the car. The guy goes to get some item to break the window, and while he is coming back, the guy that's slumped over wakes up and says, oh, what am I doing? I better go. Hits the accelerator and then rams into driver 2 who's trying to help. And then the guy that fell asleep tries to then go to the right to then leave the scene to get around the car in front of him that's trying to help him, and then crashes into car number 3. The guy in car number 3, Scruggs, gets out, smashes the guy's window, and then starts stabbing him with a pocket knife.
Oh, man.
Somebody had a picture of him doing it.
Yeah,
it's like a horrifying picture.
Yeah. There are reports that the guy was like standing on top of the car as well. I heard Florida Highway Patrol troopers said it was one of the craziest things they've ever seen. I've heard from several folks that have talked to troopers and said it was one of the craziest situations that they've ever experienced working for FHP. So now the dude accused of stabbing the guy on the Howard Franklin was an assistant United States attorney for the Middle District of Florida.
That's here, right?
Yeah. U.S. Attorney's Office, Middle District of Florida, confirmed Wednesday to Channel 8 that Patrick Scruggs worked as an assistant U.S. attorney in their criminal division from September 2012 to April of 2023. Did not say why he was no longer employed by the Justice Department. Scruggs, 38, is accused of stabbing a driver who hit his car following another collision on the southbound lanes of the bridge around 9:24 on Tuesday morning.
I have something that might be too soon.
What did this? I don't get it.
So now he worked for a law firm.
Yeah. So the latest is he was an assistant U.S. attorney until earlier this year, and then went to the law firm of Barnes and Thornburg in Atlanta, Georgia. But apparently, he's now off their website, according to reports.
Well, yeah.
I got something for you. It might be too soon, but
what?
I don't want no Scruggs. Scruggs is a guy who needs to get away from me, hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to stab me.
Oh my God! Did you just take the TLC song and butcher?
No, it's no Scruggs.
No Scruggs.
No Scruggs.
That's what the law firm said.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want no Scruggs. Get Scruggs the hell out of here.
Wow, you got to appreciate the commitment.
No Scruggs.
Once Scruggs puts all of this behind him, Whatever that is.
But Fester, it was already bizarre. But then to find out this guy was an assistant U.S. attorney. He was a DOJ prosecutor locally for 10 years.
I get it. Once he gets past all of this, though, tell me he is not going to have the best lawyer commercials. You been in a traffic accident?
Let me take a stab at your case.
I'll stab the guy right in his face.
Let me take a stab. Let me take a stab at your case.
Not happy with your current lawyer? Let me take a stab at it.
Andrew, I guess I'm good to go here, right? Let me pick up caller 105 live on the air. Good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Hi, this is Sherry.
Sherry? Why are you calling the MJ Morning Show right now?
I'm calling for that wonderful rice maker you talk about all week.
You got it. You win. You're caller 105.
Oh, my God. It's awesome.
Where are you calling from?
Bradenton Beach.
Awesome. All right. So this is a Zojirushi Japanese rice cooker, and you're going to love this thing. It's valued at over $200, and it's going to become one of your favorite appliances. Trust me.
I believe it. I believe it. Thank you so much.
So Sherry, like Shari?
Correct. Yes.
Awesome. What do you do for a living, Sherry?
I'm a realtor.
Oh, fantastic.
You can use this to, like, stage houses. And then, like, when you're done, just take it back.
put the rice cooker in the kitchen.
Ooh, the
a
person
staged
has
appliance.
They have a Zojirushi.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Hey, congratulations, Sherry. You're the latest winner, and I'm going to put you on hold. Andrew's going to give you all the information.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And thanks for listening to the MJ Morning Show.
All right.
All right. You got her. She's on line 3. Caller 105. One more to give away tomorrow. One more rice cooker tomorrow here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, quick break. When we get back, the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show, and I still have a 4-pack of Howlo Scream Busch Gardens tickets with a parking pass to give away in the final segment of the MJ Morning Show. Not to mention, I got a lot of stuff to lightning round. I've got a hospital story that you got to hear. Also, remember the distraction story about thieves and distractions? I warned about this, and now we have local incidents with the distraction game. So if you haven't heard this warning, heed this warning, folks, and we'll do that next and a whole lot more. Back in a second. MJ Morning Show here on Q105, and the final segment of the show is in minutes. Now, Plan B air conditioning. Gonna light you up with the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. 9:34, and my new favorite song is "Light Me Up" by Bronze Radio Reunion from 2015.
Your music.
I mean, I had no idea that song or that band existed until they started using it in the Advent Health commercial.
Good stuff.
And I'm like, man, I like that. I mean, the minute I hear it, I'm like, because a lot of times you've got songs that are written just for commercials. Like some of the, like the pharmaceutical ads, they'll have like catchy jingles and songs to sell you some drug that, man, I like that. That's a catchy. And then it's not a real song. It's just it's an invented song. But when I saw the commercial for Advent Health, I rolled the TiVo back and I Shazammed. If you're feeling good, that's all I need. And it pops up, Bronze Radio Return. And I go ahead and I play the song and I'm like, man, I like this thing. Yeah, so that's the reason why I play that as bumper music sometimes when we're coming back from a break. All right, I've got a horrific. I heard from the pizza dude. He dozed off.
Oh. Yeah, that usually happens after you first wake up, then you just doze off again.
Thank God.
So Steven,
I was worried.
The pizza dude from Sadie's Pizza, who delivered shocking information to me yesterday that his partners, his family, want to sell the joint, that they're not making money fast enough. It's been open for 2 months. What are you talking about? So I got shocking information. One of my new favorite slices in town is from Sadie's Pizza, South Tampa. And his partner, Steven's partners, are brother and mother, and they're like, yeah, we're going to list the place. And they outvote him because they control more stock because it's like a third, and they outvote him. And they want to sell it. It's like he's like, I don't want to sell it. We're just getting started. You need a year at least to get a new place going. So we tried to call up Steven earlier today because I walked in yesterday, say, hey, man, how things going? He says, we're going to list the place. I'm like, what?
Come on, man.
All right, so I tried to call Steven earlier. He was waiting for the call, but he dozed off. So I just sent him a note back that we'll do it tomorrow. So I'll get him on tomorrow morning, and we'll talk about this. Man, this is heartbreaking. So, folks, come on. I guess, business got a little slower, but it takes a while. You got to build up a fan base. Now, when I first talked about him, doors blew out. He ran out of dough. But listen, it's not doesn't mean it's going to be like that every day, and you just got to build up a fan base and a clientele, and it just takes time. So, folks, if you're in the area, go to Sadie's Pizza, South Tampa for lunch or dinner. Order a pie. I'm telling you, good stuff. Good New York pie. So we got to, show the mother and the brother that you can't sell the place. You just opened it up.
We've got to convince the guys not to sell.
Yeah,
Anyway,
right.
so
now it's our job.
So listen, I like the product. I'm going to go to bat for something I like.
Buy it out.
I mean, I was shocked.
Yeah, open up like MJ Sadie's.
MJ Sadie's Pizza. Anyway, so the pizza shop is on Southdale Mabry. It's just a block or so below Kennedy. So just south of Kennedy on Dale Mabry. It's right next to Batteries Plus or Batteries and More, whatever they call it. That's where Sadie's Pizza is. So, and we'll get them on tomorrow. We'll find out about this family feud going on. Uh-oh, did I say family feud?
Anybody looking for a house? I mean, I heard the word and I just decided to pop my head in. I was enjoying one of these cupcake cups.
So Louis Anderson, folks.
Yeah, the red velvet.
I thought you were going to be face deep in a Sadie's pizza pie.
Yeah, well, I've had many of those. Please, I used to wrap them up in a burrito. I wrap one up in another one. Eat 2 large pizzas at once.
All right, we'll get into the family feud story with the pizza shop. I'm just shocked. I mean, you find something new, you love something, and then boom, the rug gets pulled out potentially.
Is he using that as part of his negotiations with the family?
What's that?
MJ loves this place. We can't sell out.
You want to hear something horrific? Man, I can't wait to see how this plays out. An Ohio hospital propped up a dead relative to... What are you laughing at?
I don't know, just to prop up a dead guy.
What the hell are you laughing at?
It's some real weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, that's what I think of, really.
Ohio hospital propped up dead woman in bed to fool the family into thinking she was alive. 2 hours after the surgeon, Dr. Jared Betts botched routine procedure. The family of Sheila Sue Trimble, 65, claims that a hospital propped up the patient to look alive. Fake alive, despite having died 2 hours earlier in surgery. Dr. Jared Betts was performing surgery on the woman when he allegedly cut into an artery, resulting in another doctor taking over the procedure.
Oh, man.
Ohio woman died. The family claims that she was in good health when she entered Adena Health in Chillicothe, Ohio, for a heart catheterization on August 18th. It was a straightforward procedure, routine. They allege that they were urged to turn off her life support despite hospital knowing that she already had died. Oh, my God. It's like it's weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
It is.
See, that's why I laugh.
They had sunglasses on her and a Hawaiian shirt and everything.
You have any parties at a giant beach house mansion?
Yeah.
Is this awful?
It's terrible.
I mean, you'd think this story would be like some foreign story, but no, it's in Ohio.
Jeez.
It's like the great outdoors when the old man died 2 hours before his 100th birthday, and they just propped him up in the seat to take pictures with everybody.
It's like that country song.
Wait, Twitty?
Prop me up against the jukebox when I die. I think.
Never heard of it.
I don't know who sings it.
Is that a real song?
I think so. I remember some redneck singing it one time.
All right. Hey, I mentioned this on the program, numerous times, and I brought this up. I think this was last week that I warned folks again on the parking lot distraction deal. And then, boom, here's another story. From Channel 8's website, out of Manatee County, thieves used distraction technique to steal wallets, credit cards from shoppers, according to deputies. I just warned that this trend was picking up. A lot of it is going on in California, and I said, hey, it's happening here, it's going to happen here, and boom. Deputies searching for 3 suspects responsible for using distraction techniques to steal wallets, credit cards from shoppers. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office received 2 reports. 2 elderly women having their wallets stolen while shopping at retail stores. According to officials, the suspects are believed to be 2 women, 1 man. Deputies said the suspect's strategy involves starting conversations with the victims, then reaching into their purses to take money while they're not paying attention. So you've got a purse and a shopping cart, or you're shopping, and then someone, or it's on your shoulder, and they get up behind you, so somebody distracts. It can happen inside the store, but another way is outside the store. And they'll watch, because a lot of women, when they leave a supermarket, a department store, at the mall, going to a car, a lot of women will go to the car, open the door, put a purse in the front seat or in their seat, and then load the car with grocery bags or whatever. And it's that distraction deal. Someone will come up to you in the parking lot, distract you, and then somebody goes into the side door and boosts your purse. So heads up, the distraction technique is alive and well in the Tampa Bay area with multiple scenarios. So please be careful and don't fall for it.
Yeah, pay attention, people.
Not cool, man.
All right, anything else before we get out of here today?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, we got to give away the Howl of Scream tickets. Content-wise, I got so much to do, but I don't have time to start. So we'll just have to add it to the pile for tomorrow for the Friday show. And the good news, ladies and gentlemen, is tomorrow, Hal Herman is back.
MSNBC has crabs. Hal Herman has the real news.
That's right.
Tampa Bay's news leader, Hal Herman headlines.
Right.
Hal Herman is on your side. Your side.
He really is.
Hal Herman's headlines, Tampa Bay's most trusted source for news. Screw CNN. Hal Herman is the most trusted name in news.
It's a fact.
Hal Herman Headlines returns tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. right after we do the Cash Kitty and the next $1,000 word. Yeah, speaking of that, Cash Kitty's back in just a few minutes at 10 o'clock. Rox has a new Cash Kitty word. Then 12 noon, 3 and 5 today on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And Hal Herman tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing what news items Hal Herman butchers tomorrow.
You mean gets right? Because it's only the facts.
That's what he means.
Folks, and then we'll get the story from the pizza dude tomorrow. He overslept or he dozed off, so that's why he didn't pick up the phone earlier. All right, folks, have a great day. Website loaded, mjmorningshow.com. Don't forget, you can get a hold of me. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. You can send me an email or you can direct message me. Give me a follow on Instagram. I'm Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And before we go, last but not least, 4-pack Busch Gardens Howlo Scream tickets right now and a parking pass. Let's do it. Caller 21, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.